What up, man? It's your boy Slim City Live. We're back again at Out the Box Podcast with an amazing panel and a special guest this evening. All right, so we're going to start from my man Skinny OG, and we'll let our special guest go last.
What up, world? Skinny OG representing 2K Life. You can follow me on all platforms. Skinny OG. Yes, sir.
Hey, y'all, it's Shar. Y'all can follow me on Shar the God.
Hi, it's Desi. You can follow me on Instagram at DesiD_ or my nail salon at Touched Beauty Lounge.
Ooh, there it is.
Instagram or my paid page.
Yeah, man, talk your shit.
By Des.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Lala Lockharts. Follow me on all platforms at Lala Lockharts. My business page, Swally Empire. Come grab your food every Saturday from Lyric Catering. It's fire. And catch me every Sundays at BB Sunday.
You cooking? Hold up, Tom.
My mom cooks.
For real?
Yeah, amazing.
She made good jerk chicken?
Yeah.
Every Saturday?
No, we don't make the menu changes up. So every Saturday she cooks.
Hold up, is it every Saturday?
Yeah.
What side of town?
We deliver. It's from Coral Springs, but we deliver or you can pick up.
All right, man. Yes, truly Slim City Live. You know, every night, 3 days a week. Five days a week. We at Taboo Miami, Taboo 826, and of course every Tuesday, Rum and Bass at Koyo Taco.
Oh yeah.
And but once again, our special guest this evening.
Man, Slim, you better introduce me now.
Yeah.
All right.
The DJ transitioning right now.
All right, cool. All right, check it out. So, our special guest today, right?
Drum roll.
Is probably the greatest MC in the history of like dance hall music. From Carol City. You know what I'm saying? NMB Chargers for life. One of my dearest friends, a mentor, someone I look up to. Major Laser's very own. Before that.
Hey, before you end it, let me add to that.
So hold on. Before we can say Major Lazer, we say probably the greatest sound in the world, Black Chinese sound, and now Major Lazer, my boy Walshy Fire, formerly Walshy Killer.
Yo, what they do? It's at Walshy Fire too. What you was gonna say?
Oh, me?
Yeah, what you was gonna add on? Yeah.
So I'm connected in the streets in a different way. I love reggae. I love soca. I love Caribbean music. And I heard about this DJ, right? When I was growing up, it was like little Jamaican parties going on, like in Miramar. Right? That's where everything was going on. Washy Fire. I seen all the flyer. We was throwing our parties too in college. Remember at FAU?
Yeah.
And then we was doing our 2K pool parties. I was tapped in on the SoundCloud, and I would hear like Washy Fire mixes on there. And then it's another dude, Silent Addy or something like that.
Yeah.
That's another boy that I heard of too that was ripping out, those vibes. So like,
Yeah, mixtape game was super heavy at the time, man.
That's how I heard about you.
That's how we got known. And then I started doing like I did Chronix's first mixtape which was kind of like an album. But yeah, I would say most people actually know me from, because it's not really like local. They might know me outside from mixtapes.
Yeah.
But if you from Carol City, you know me. OG shit.
Yeah.
And if you from Miami, you probably know me on some just like outside shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and you know what I'm saying? I've been doing this for a long time, so I'm glad to be here on this red carpet. You know what I'm saying? And, man, I want to say Tropicana don't pay you enough, man. So I'm gonna just do this for you. I got you. When Tropicana step up, then we'll step up.
Nah, that's fact.
But yeah, let's do it, man. I can't wait to see what this show is about and what we're gonna talk about, man.
Boom.
So it's pretty much a rundown of the show for those who are just tuning in for the first time. A bunch of controversial topics, very highly opinionated people that come from all different walks of life. And we just kind of, put our 2 cents on what we think about these certain situations. So we're going to let Walshy, you're the guest, and I'll start you off. You just grab one. Sorry. Out the box, anything else?
That's how we do it?
Yeah, out
That's
the
a
box.
question like this?
Yeah.
All right, so just read the question and pass it around.
Yeah.
Should men be able to confide in their women? Be able to?
Yeah.
Sure. Should they? No.
That's tough.
Yeah, let everybody get a quick one and we discuss it.
All right.
That's tough.
Should men be able to confide in their women? I agree. Like, I wouldn't.
Should be able to.
I wouldn't confide everything.
No, yeah.
Hold on, why not? If y'all finna spin it, then if not, I'll jump on the answer. I'll get a rebuttal already.
No, because
if y'all finna go around.
Yeah, you can go now. We can discuss.
Yeah,
it.
you can go now.
Yeah. So for me, this question says I have no male friends, and so I have male friends. I got real homies.
Yeah.
And so for me, and I would want my female to have her real friends too. So I wouldn't want to know. I mean, it's positive, right? We're not talking about like cheating or like bullshit. We're just talking about like
Life
maybe
bills.
even how you feel. I would rather go to my boy on how I feel than my female.
Let me
female-
argue against you. So how you feel, right?
Yeah,
You coming home at the end of the day,
correct.
right? So
100%.
the energy that you bring home, how you feel, whatever happened in the day, right? No matter if you talked about it to your homeboy at the barbershop, the party, you coming back to your queen, she feels it. You don't express it. Boom, problem.
Nah, that's not a problem
Why not?
because I don't have a queen that does that. Create a problem. I would never have a queen that would create a problem.
So okay.
Let me ask you this. Let me say this like this. I grew up as a Jamaican in a Jamaican household. I think everybody here might have Caribbean parents or Caribbean grandparents. And we all probably grew up in a situation where you knew when to talk and when not to talk. Thankfully, I have had women in my life that know, let me leave that man alone. You know what I'm saying? And
Submissive.
no, it's not. I wouldn't. Well, that word is triggering for a lot of people, so I won't touch on it. But an understanding is what I would call it. Something that allows me and her to
That's
know
tough.
when to go over and communicate, or when to just kind of communicate the way that my grandmother would, which is
Yeah.
nonverbal.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
And
it's
the love's still there.
it's crazy because a lot of women don't have that though. You say like Caribbean, a lot of people aren't Caribbean.
Right. So I'm just saying that from my perspective, and I do think that applies to Black Americans and other people. I think that they have Big Mama who taught them similar
Yeah.
things like how I might have learned it. But at the end of the day, I do think, you ain't got to be Caribbean to have an
And you
understanding.
think you saying that like cause a two-way street, like men to women, women to men too.
Correct.
Yeah.
So if I see my female, she come home and she already looks like something's going on, but she look like she's expressed that with her intimate, close homegirls.
How does that look though? What's the meter like?
Nah,
How do you know that?
It's an unspoken language, man.
Yeah?
And if you
That's
with somebody,
tough.
you gauge it.
That's tough.
How many times can you do that?
Yeah.
I think you can do that as every single time.
That's
Like,
tough.
consecutively. But for the
Right,
person
right. But
to
what we're talking about, right? Is if you're talking about like back to back to back, then you're saying it like she's the problem.
Right.
Because if the problem outside the house, then we ain't never got to speak on it if I don't feel like speaking on it. But if the problem is in the house, then maybe I should address that as soon as possible, and not let it be consecutive, not let it be 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day.
Yeah.
I think that if you let it linger, then you got a problem. But as long as she understands I'm not the problem, and whatever's happening with your business is your business, and you are not ready to say something, or you might not ever say something, and she goes, yeah, that's just my role is to just make sure you're good.
Right.
I don't have to force no conversation with you.
But for the most part, ladies,
And that's like,
let me know if I'm saying the wrong thing. For the most part, y'all want y'all man to be your best friend, right?
No, that's a wrong move.
No, that's what
That's
I'm
a
saying.
wrong move.
I wanted you to
I'm
hear
a
me
man,
say that.
and
I get that.
I have homeboys that are my best friends.
Right. But
My
then
wife
they're
cannot
gonna
be
feel
my
like,
best friend.
Here, I'm not gonna speak for you. How are you gonna feel if that's happening consecutively and you're
I mean,
not hearing it
I
from
don't see
him?
I don't see an issue with that
Right, you don't.
necessarily. I would want, because I hang around a lot of dudes, so I would want in a perfect world. Oh, my dude tell me everything. I tell my dude everything. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. That's just a fact.
Realistically, it's not
And
gonna
again, that means she don't have no best friends, and I cannot have that.
But
She need to have her friends.
with me, I do want my dude to be like my best friend. Yeah, I have my female best friend. I might have my male best friend, but you are my ultimate best friend. Like at the end of the day, nobody can ever tell you anything about me because guess what? You know.
So how many days consecutively can he go without saying, if you know this problem, if you're quiet, I know you're gonna start to think he's not saying it to me. Or
Like
he's
maybe
saying
he's
it
beefing with his
because
homeboy or something?
She may not know that you're telling your friend. You know
She
what I'm
know
saying?
because we together.
Yeah. See,
I
But how many times can he tell his friend before it's a problem? Is what I'm saying.
before he tells me.
Before he expresses it to you, because I know. It's gonna
Well,
be
I've already
not
come to
curious for
the. I
most
already
part.
come to the conclusion that men emotionally are supportive between their
We
friends,
get
their men.
Yeah.
Okay, they emotional relationship with them. Okay, so I mean, I'm not gonna feel no type of way, but I can see myself being like, damn, like you're not gonna talk to me. maybe like a month of that, maybe like 2 months of that consecutively, and I see you moving a certain way, and I be like, damn, like what's going on? Like just talk to me. And you just moving a certain way in the house, and I don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm gonna feel like I'm blindsided. You're supposed to be my best friend. At least if something's going on out in the streets, I know what I'm supposed to move. Like I know what's supposed to be going on.
Yeah, so I think that her thinking that we're best friends is where the problem is.
Yeah.
And I just have to reiterate, we're not best friends.
And
You
does
got your friends, I got my
does he
friends.
know that's what you require? Does he know you require him to be your best friend?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
too.
the guy
Did he
that-
sign
I
up
mean,
for that?
relationships are different, so
Yeah.
everything is different.
Everybody different, but for me and for what functions is a woman have a great life that has nothing to do with me, and then we meet, and I have my great life that have nothing to do with her, and when we meet, we have a great life. I do not want no female saying my man is my best friend. I feel sad when I hear that, and I could never, as a man, look at my life and be like, man, I have a woman as my best friend. No,
I know.
I married
No,
my best friend.
I get
Yo, that
exactly
caption
what
is
he's
always.
saying.
I laugh every time. I'm like, I hear you, bro.
I get exactly what he's saying because, I don't. To me, when I hear that, I don't think women really mean that.
Exactly.
I think they
Sound
just want,
good.
It just
no,
sound
no,
good.
Don't get
Yeah.
me wrong. Like it's cool,
I agree.
but I don't think y'all really mean it. I think y'all just want somebody to be all about you,
I agree.
right? And that's true. Don't get me wrong.
'Cause you're not gonna-
I'm gonna
you
be
don't
all
really
about
want your man to be a best friend.
Right.
That's like
And it's only us two too. We
Listen.
She ain't say nothing yet.
Coming. It's coming.
I ain't said nothing yet.
She ain't say nothing yet.
I agree. I agree with that whole notion of like when I hear that shit, I'm like, cool. It's cool. It sounds cool.
How's
but
that possible, bro?
Because it's just like we can divorce, we can break up, then we ain't
That was his best friend, bro.
right.
World, which
No,
is why you say
but it's just I think
that's
that's just women, like a woman saying like, hey, I want my guy to be all about me.
They operate
And
in
guys are
fantasy.
all about you, but we're not to that
No.
I agree.
extent.
with what
It's
you're
just
saying.
like we got our, like he said, I same as him, and that's why I had to have him explain it because I wanted everybody to hear it because I'm gonna answer the same question too.
They drinking water, bro. They
Huh?
drinking water.
Now you can drink the water. Hold on. No, should guys confide in their relationship or their woman? No. Should men confide in women? No. No.
That's crazy.
No. Should. Is it a requirement? No. If you want to, sure. Like
I just feel like
I would confide in my girl to an extent.
certain things.
Okay.
To an extent, but it's just certain things that I'm dead ass gonna hit my boy up and be like, "Hey, bro, like this
So
shit
you've
was
been
crazy.
with
Okay.
So
This
you
shit
been
was
with your,
crazy today."
So you've been with your girl for 10 years.
Right.
You're not gonna start confiding in her. And,
Don't give me. It's a different kind of confide. I'm gonna hit him up and I'm gonna be like, "Hey,
That's
bro,
to
like
the
X, Y, Z."
Oh,
Because
I got a
there's
guy.
no. Let me like. So look, let's put it like this. There's shit that guys go through on the daily, and there's shit that women go through on the daily, right? There's shit that we all go through as men, right? That only us can like we can understand. So if I text Slim, I'm like, "Hey, bro,"
Vice versa.
Slim would probably be like, "Hey, bro, last week, same shit." You know what I'm saying? That's how I dealt with it.
Yeah.
You won't be able to kind of tell me, right, how to overcome that or relate to me because you're a woman.
Understands man.
Right. No, like I'm just saying from a men issues. Right? And it's the same thing. You can't be like, girl, like I'm dealing with XYZ and then come to me and tell me the same thing because I'm gonna give you the
Why?
most
Especially
generic.
if you have
No, you
sisters
can
and-
tell me.
If you have sisters and a mom
No.
that dealt with something similar, how
We
can
can
you
confide-
have
no,
My
but
sisters
we
and my
can-
mom
can't.
ain't never come to me with nothing.
No, but we can confide in each
They
other.
went
but
to each
what,
other.
What?
Yeah.
But what kind of result or response can I give you? Like you can confide in me, right? For women shit. Cool, I'll listen to you. But what you want me to say?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, what do you-
Granted.
I can comfort you, but you're looking for
Okay.
something. You're looking for something completely different. If I'm talking to Gary and I'm like, "Yo, Gary, bro, like
Maybe
I'm
not
at work right now. I don't feel value as a black man, right?" And Gary come, "Hey, bro, I work this
Horrible
job for X."
example.
That's not a horrible
Horrible
example.
example.
That's because that's what men.
No, it's not a bad
That's not a
example.
horrible
I
example.
went up to a dude or told him something that you were going through, and he gave
From-
you a response, and you were like, "That's
Okay,
not the
I
response
get that.
you're
But you
looking
can't.
I
You
get
can't.
that.
You
for."
can't.
He's
really.
his perspective, his logic, because he doesn't understand.
As a black man, like as a man, keyword man, like I can tell you, as a black man, I go to work and this happens. Gary's like, you know what? That same shit happened to me, but I did this and I leveled up.
So a
cool.
woman
But I
can-
tell you that as a woman, as a man, I'm dealing with this. And you're like, wait, you're supposed to be strong. You're supposed to be-
See.
You won't look at it like that.
Of course, that's how you're gonna feel if that's the reaction that you're getting. But you're basically saying that there's not a generalized way to deal with
Keyword,
somebody
what?
in that moment.
Keyword,
a black man.
generalized.
Yes, I'm not taking you as just any old person going through this or someone that's in my life going through this. I'm taking you as you coming to me as a black man saying you're going through this issue. Now I have to give you the advice necessary for the situation.
You're giving me
You know
a
what I'm saying?
generalized
No,
response
not
based
giving
off that. Well, my guys or a male perspective is
Are
going to
giving you
give
based upon their experience,
Right,
Which,
it's
which
the same
may
thing
not,
we
which in that
experienced.
moment may not actually help
we
you.
may not
It's
experience.
situational. It may not actually help you.
And
That's
I'm
not
gonna
saying
keep
somebody
it-
can't tell you something that means something. Somebody can't give you advice because they have a vagina.
You can tell. No, I'm not
What?
saying that.
That's
You
not
can
why
give
we
me
saying
something.
that.
You
Yeah,
can give me.
that's-
You can give me a
that's-
meaningful response, but as a man, we go through things a lot. We've all been through a lot of similar issues. That if we were trying to explain this shit to a female or a woman, sorry for using female for a woman, they will understand because they'd be like, "What, y'all go through this shit?" Because I'm not gonna lie, women go through a lot. They do, but men go through our own separate shit, separate from women. And when y'all look at it, y'all just like, "This is so minute. This is so small. You tripping over this?" But this for us can be something that is very like alarming or whatever like that. So when I'm
Vice
explaining this shit,
versa.
That's what.
no,
That's what I'm saying.
Understandable. So hear what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I understand the concept
feelings
of
matter
men
more.
and both women being able to understand a woman's issues and a man's issues better. Great. Because America is based upon gender, right? However, if we want to be real, if I have a husband and he is going through something and he feels as though I can't give him some type of advice that will turn over whatever bad negativity, I'm sorry, I don't feel like I'm being a wife. I want to be.
I don't
mind you,
think-
I feel as though I would.
Yeah, you put
no,
that on
I'm not gonna
yourself.
take it personal. However, I would want to be that person that my
I don't
husband
think
can
your
come
husband-
to
I don't
and
think
be
your
like,
husband
yo,
is
I
not
was
gonna
going
come
through.
to you, baby.
Mind you, again, you're missing what I'm saying. I get that there may be manly things that I cannot help him with directly, but I bet I'll still be able to put my dog in the right direction because I have some sense. Because I understand before we're genders, we're humans.
I feel like
And
you
half of the
would-
things that women go through is the same thing that men go through, just in a female perception. It's still a struggle based upon who we are.
All right, so what
So
I
what
feel
I'm
about-
gonna do is give somebody that I love the right advice to steer them into the
So,
positive
I wanna-
direction.
I wanna say something
cool.
real quick.
I got a vagina, but I got your back, boo.
All right, I just want to
What?
point out what I think I'm hearing, and I think that this is a real issue, and that's that we are not acknowledging how powerful a sense of community is, and that what she's saying is she wants to lock me in to this situation where she cannot accept that I have gotten the answers and I'm fine. I'm a man, first of all, so I'm fine, right? So let's get that out the way. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get up every day and it's gonna get done. We ain't got to talk about like I need directions and it's gonna get done. But if I say to you, I have a community of people, and if I know Gary's the best one for this one, I'm gonna go to Gary, and I would never want you to feel like you keep saying vagina and things like that. You don't have what Gary has. At the end of the day, you should want me to go to the best person that's going to help me get through it. And if it's not you, that takes no knock on you.
Not
And that's
saying it
fine.
does.
all.
Not saying it does. Like I stated, granted, there are things that male or female or maybe your grandpa, whomever, can help you with that maybe I can't. But in most cases where men may feel this way strongly, they deny their women in that sense of advice because they're like, oh, I already go to my homeboy. Now it's
you're
a
forcing.
No,
No,
not
I
forcing.
think-
You don't
I
have to
think-
force it. It's just more so in that moment where I'm showing you, I recognize what's going on with you.
Now
I'm
play
trying
your-
to be there
now
for you.
play-
Okay, cool. Now
role,
it's
right?
now
play your
okay,
role. Now
cool.
play your role.
So you
No,
said
no, I think-
Now
I
it's
think
again.
It's
Now
not
it's
just
multiplied.
about-
Now it continues to happen.
so
So
about
now
that-
I'm feeling
Mike.
as though understandable. Like I said, here and there you do it, cool. But now you do it multiple times, so where it's just like, okay,
I think
how I'm being submissive to you as a woman and recognizing my strong lion right now is being strong. He's angered, whatever. But maybe the situation is not necessary. Maybe we're in front of a cop. Let's really give it some seriousness. Maybe we're in front of a cop. Ain't none of his homeboys around, but I am.
That's
I'm
a different
supposed to.
situation.
I'm supposed
That's
to.
a right now.
I feel
Okay,
like-
that's
I
how it is
feel
for
like-
women too, though. He comes home
We're
angry,
talking about-
but he
real
already
quick,
spoke to his
real quick, let's
boys.
talk about
It's
this
still on his
situation.
mind. I'm
If
supposed
we
to
are
just
in
sit
front
back.
of a cop, what are you supposed to do?
On God, if I see my man uplifted, babe, we're here. Look at me. Whatever we got to do to stay in our same mind, we're here.
But
It's cool.
what is she doing?
Calm.
Putting us at ease, right?
Exactly.
Right.
Same thing.
Cool.
If you come
That's
home
not-
That's
and
what our guys do.
you're not fully
Enlighten
there.
us. Women can't enlighten us to the things that
But that
we
comes
face on the
next.
daily.
First, we have to minimize
You
the
can't-
anger.
You can't enlighten us
How
on
can
something
I
you don't
not?
know from a male
Yeah, so that's what I
perspective.
think.
But I'm
You're
not
not
giving you a
hearing.
male's perspective.
You're-
I'm giving
you're
you
putting us at ease.
perspective.
No,
you're still a human being. I'm giving you perspective.
But
when-
I'm into the
But
same
you
thing
haven't-
Billy said, but I'm Amanda.
But
what?
you have an inexperienced perspective. It's like me going to the doctor and asking him to
check your prostate, right? And she can't check.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm a
Like,
nurse.
she-
But here's the thing.
It's not about you being not about you being a nurse, Lala.
This is what y'all. This is.
You ever put honey on
But
that?
even no, because
Get outside
even
yourself.
with the prostate or whatever, like that was me.
Not there, she did real quick.
I was supposed to
Prostate?
insert it in the
I don't
middle. Like,
Sorry, prostate.
so just like in the case of the prostate, bro, like just because she might not be able to check it and be like, oh, it's this AYZ, her grandfather might have did this to fix something, so she might have some type of insight. That's what Lala is saying.
Right.
For me, it's not only about advice. Me coming to my dude to tell you what's bothering me in the day about some female shit is not to get no advice from you. It's about comfort. You're supposed to be my comfort. When I come home at night, I'm supposed to be laying here comfortable. Anything that's
Journal? Like diary?
Wow.
No.
because you can have a diary. You can have a diary. You can have a diary with that.
No, I'm saying
You
wanna
can write in a
empty
diary
out.
if you want to.
You want to empty out to them.
It's about venting, expressing.
That's empty out. That's what I mean. Yeah.
So if I can't feel comfortable enough to come home, even if it's 5 seconds, I'll walk in the house, put my bag down, put my keys down. Babe, you know what's crazy? You know this girl at work said this and that to me? Oh, you know my homegirl told me just go ahead about my business, but you know these bitches got me fucked up. If I want to go home and say that, even if you sit there on Call of Duty and like, yeah, that bitch got you fucked up. I don't even give a fuck if you hit.
Oh,
Listen,
yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
like, damn, that's crazy. Like, I don't give a fuck what the response is. But if I can't express myself to you,
No,
if
I
I
don't
feel
think
like you're not my
anybody's
best friend,
saying you
No,
can't
we're not
express at
talking
all.
about
We're
like.
talking
I think
about
we're just talking about
confiding, like
confiding.
coming
Right.
that's
to
what
you
I'm.
with
No,
it.
it's-
Okay, confiding. If I can't confide in my best friend, babe, 2 years ago, I was at a party. I got drugged and some crazy shit happened to me. You're supposed to be my best friend. You're supposed to know, like, I can't tell you, my dude, the nigga that I've been laying with. We're talking about marriage. If we're not already married, I can't tell you that.
But he's gonna put
If you was touched as a child, you can't tell me that.
But he's gonna put you at ease. That's what he's gonna do. He's gonna try to make you feel better.
It's
but it's just
comfort.
But it's just like
What's wrong with that?
that's cool. That's fine. That's what we do as men and women. We put our partners
As
at
humans.
ease. But then you go tell your girl that, right? Your girl may have a similar situation, hypothetically, right? She's gonna enlighten you, right? I tell my guy I'm dealing with X, Y, and Z. He's gonna enlighten me on the possible things that I can do to feel better, because he's been through it. I go tell my girl, she's gonna make me feel at ease, calm down, relax. It's okay. Things will get
If
better.
not both of
but
them.
my girl,
Yeah,
my,
that's what I'm saying.
If not both of them, y'all be y'all be
it's-
really playing females like y'all. They don't be knowing nothing, bro.
But then be taking their advice at the end of the day and running with it like it was yours. So
we're not saying we do not
So
care.
Wow.
This
is why you don't confide in women.
I'm just gonna say
Sorry.
Right
wow,
here.
too.
No,
That's what I'm getting
Wow.
from.
Not nothing personal.
All y'all
Wow.
saying is enlighten.
Wow.
This is why you don't confide in
other
women,
men
right
enlighten
here.
me.
Wow.
Other women
no.
enlighten women.
I don't want to
We're
confide in anybody
We're not
no
saying
more.
we don't need y'all.
Yeah,
We're
this
not saying none of that.
This shouldn't be so
No,
triggering.
it's just
It
like
shouldn't be
it's
just.
not triggering.
It's just like
It's
very
not
under- I think if somebody
we
said
go
that,
through
yeah,
a
we
lot
cool.
of
That's cool.
We go through a lot of different shit as men.
I'm
We
just
do.
being devil's advocate because
Like,
I
no,
get what you're
no,
You
saying.
meant that. You meant
I get what you're saying, but
You meant that.
no, I get what I said in the beginning when I first started. I understand his viewpoint.
Yeah,
I get it.
100%.
No,
100%.
I get it too.
But for me, I want my dude to be my best friend.
And he's gonna
That's
tell.
it.
Trust me, ain't no dude that's gonna be with his girl for 10 years, married or girlfriend, whatever. If you that kind of dude, he's not gonna be with his girl and not tell her what she's going through. It's just that before he tells you that, he's calling his homie.
And that's fine.
And
And they in the
That's
car.
That's fine. Nobody
No,
cares.
and they're in the car
I'm
on the
talking about
phone,
girls
and he's
too.
enlightening him because just like he said, you got 10 homies, right? But one homie that you may think may go through the same shit. He was like, "Yo, G may have gone through the same shit, right?" Talk to G. G was like, "Yo, I did XYZ." So now he in the car mapping out his plan. Go home, babe. Shit happened today. XYZ. She's calming him down.
And
That's all she can
so
do is
y'all
put
only
him at
look at
ease.
women as comfort.
Women are comfortable.
Which is fine. Yo,
Women
no,
are comfortable.
there is
I'm
nothing.
asking.
Yeah,
Women
you
are
better
comfortable.
come from
That's it.
Yeah.
But however,
We are each other's comfort. There's nothing wrong with
women
that.
are comfort and
The
women
question
are
at
somebody I
hand-
can confide in. But it's just like
Because they acting
you're
like you can't
not
advise.
gonna give me the same response as my best friend's gonna give me.
Because you're not allowing that perception.
It's not allowing it. Like,
Yeah,
I grew up
because
with
okay,
niggas
just
since
because this
2.
one
I
conversation,
met you at 18.
just because this
like,
one conversation we're having wasn't
am I
like Billy
tripping?
had
I know I'm
it,
not tripping.
you're not
Nah.
taking it. I'm probably saying this. I'm probably saying the same thing Billy did, but in a different perception. But you're not taking it
Lie,
because
it's
it's
not-
not
we're
another
not
man.
saying- we're
Because
not
that
saying-
wasn't me. It was
because
my
it wasn't-
uncle.
it wasn't
It wasn't me.
your-
It was my uncle that went through.
But
so
I'm
you're not
sorry.
blaming me.
Why y'all getting? Hold
I'm
on.
not. I'm just saying. I get
Nah.
100%.
We're
I
not
get it.
saying-
Lala, we're not
That's
taking
fine.
from you,
We're just
Lala.
saying that.
I agree with you guys.
We're not
100%.
taking from you.
Men shouldn't
We're not
confide
taking them
in
from
their
you.
woman. I'm not.
But that's like
you
saying
guys
that's like
are
saying
right.
that's like saying
Said.
me and my daughter have her first period. She not coming to confide in me.
Exactly.
The
but
fuck
she
you
gonna
coming
let
to
you
talk to
know.
me?
She
But
gonna
guess
let you
what?
know.
How much she gonna? No, no.
Let
you know.
She's gonna
But
tell her
guess
mom.
what?
Her mom gonna tell me.
But guess what? No.
If she comes to you and tells you first, that's not something you.
You don't know
I
about
can't. I'm gonna tell her.
Girl, my sister came to me when she had her period. She said, I got cramps. I said, drink a Gatorade. That shit didn't work.
Yeah, bro, I can't.
Come to.
I'm gonna make her feel easy and couple like little everything's okay.
Make her feel good.
But I'm gonna direct her to her mama.
No, but here's the problem.
Like what?
Guess what? If you seen your mom give her pain pills,
Right.
you can tell your daughter, "Oh, take some pain
Nah,
pills."
bruh.
One mic.
Nah, you wait.
one
Y'all,
mic.
hold on. Wait, one mic. Wait. What man in this room has seen their mom get pain pills for her period?
I have not.
I'm just saying, but you might have.
No.
We're talking about it.
Mama had exactly.
I don't know if my mom ever had a period.
Come on, bro.
Well, some parents are different because my brother.
Y'all examples
my
are
mom,
just
my mom
out
was
of
very
this
vocal about
world.
stuff.
Response we're looking for is going to come from somebody that has experienced it. If I ask all my homeboys, if I ask 30 niggas, right? Hey, bro, at work, XYZ, because, hey, bro, I guarantee you, out of them 30 niggas, 25 niggas are going to give you this, like, a similar response that's going to make you go into work the next day and it's going to change the action. We're not saying y'all not enough. That's not what we're saying. We'll
I'm not
tell
saying
you.
that you're saying.
No, we'll tell you what the problem is, but we already know what response y'all gonna give us. Y'all gonna make us feel good.
Okay.
Same way, flip, right? You tell your
not
girl
really, okay.
XYZ, she's gonna give you a response, but you're gonna be like, hey, babe, XYZ.
So why would you want to feel good?
No, we're gonna make you feel good.
But
That's our job.
men understand. Men like
Why wouldn't y'all-
I feel like no, but there's all men understand in this room can say like I know there's just certain things I'm not able to give you in these certain situations,
There we go.
and I understand
I
that.
can't give you-
I
I
understand.
can't give you-
Like today, one chick that I talked to, her birthday tomorrow. She getting her hair done Wednesday. So I just called and say, yo, how's everything going? How they like? Oh, dry. Oh, I may as well. All right, well, I'm gonna let you just have a day, and then I'll check up on you later. Bruh, she didn't gave me the vibe that she talking about some hair. Then I called her later today and said, yo, you all right? How you feeling? Don't FaceTime. I don't want you to see my hair. Well, let me see. Like, I don't understand hair. So she's trying to tell me like, well, I said, I don't think it don't look that bad. I said, what is it supposed to look like? She sends me a picture of what it's supposed to like. Well, now I'm just asking general because this is not my specialty.
This is
Well,
good,
mama,
though. You're doing
but I'm
great.
just asking
I
her.
don't see nothing wrong with
But I'm saying I know
She's a-
nothing. I know nothing about what she's got going on. I have no answers for her. But then what I did tell her, like, man, you're gonna be all fine. You look gorgeous. You're beautiful. You'll be fine. I'm sure you're gonna figure something out. I think you're gonna look great regardless. I think you look great. But I don't think she doesn't look the way she looks because I don't understand the hair.
She look good still, right?
Yeah, to me she look good.
But the hair was fucked up.
Yeah,
Allegedly.
to her. To what
Allegedly.
she,
But her homegirl's probably.
but her homegirl
cat.
that one that does hair,
Girl.
she probably had a whole different
Exactly.
thing. But that's not for me to understand, and that's okay.
That's a simple.
I'm okay
perfect
with not.
example.
I'm
That's what
like
we're-
I tell y'all before. No. I said I gotta tell you before. I'm okay to. I understand. I'm not supposed to understand everything, and that's okay. The question is,
Damn, that's how you feel.
what does be a man actually mean?
Ladies first.
To me, be a man is someone who is headstrong. So it means that in a lot of situations, you can see clearly. You know what I'm saying? You can guide me or guide our situation in a sense. Someone who is protective. You know what I'm saying? So regardless of whether it's a small situation, big situation, you feel as though I gotta protect her. Can't let nothing bad happen to her. Yeah, that's the best I could do. Because if you're mentally strong, you're gonna be there for me regardless. If you want to protect me, protect me.
We're talking about the phrase "be a man," like when people
Yeah,
say
that's
be a
why I
man,
stuck
or
it at
is
that.
it- Or is
Well,
it
no,
what
so-
I think
so-
a man should be?
So what is?
I feel like a man is someone who keeps his word, that stands
like
by
that
his
one.
word, that's strong. You don't have to be strong. This one.
Yeah.
You don't have to be strong all the time, but like you said, strong. You
Like
strong-minded.
strong-minded.
Yeah, strong-minded.
Like
I would say a provider, but
You got that?
it's levels to providing because you don't have to be like the top provider, but as long as you provide a foundation for the home, just like I have to bring the foundation for the home. What else?
That's searching.
that's you see what I mean? Though?
No, these cookies
I
got
think
me
that's
stuck.
I think that really like there.
That's crazy, right?
It's like strong-minded,
No.
strong on your word.
Shut
So
up.
you're one for your word and you're protective. I think that's a good man. Because nobody's
The only time I've ever been
That's
like,
nuts.
you need to be a man is when a nigga either went back on his word or
Yeah.
he lied about some shit.
But that's something that everybody does.
Hey, that's
That's what I'm saying. Like,
So how's that
This is something to identify.
Be a man.
Be a man.
That's- you
Okay.
asking the
Well,
question.
So y'all definition of being a man is somebody that's gonna keep his word,
That's on his shit.
hold you down on his shit.
pretty much.
Let's say those three things,
That's what they mean.
right?
Sit in his
Baby, where you at?
sit in his masculine energy.
What is
New York,
masculine
calm down.
energy to you? Because I got my whole definition.
Like, well, I like alpha males. So when
somebody's
you
gonna take
strong in
charge.
your alpha, that's being sitting in your masculine energy.
So how do you know if somebody's alpha or not?
By energy, aura. You can tell by time.
So you
usually
got
time tells.
you got
No,
Christians.
there's a lot of
and shit.
bitch ass niggas with aura, right?
Do I have
Hey, wait, say that
This is
again.
Yeah,
so
for
true,
real.
bro.
You know, there's a lot of bitch ass
it
niggas
is,
with
but
aura.
that's why I said time will tell.
That shit store
That's
bought.
why I
So
added
I
that
can
in.
mean, you're
sit
not-
here- I can sit here right now.
And act like a hard ass nigga, but you really
Right.
a bitch.
Yup. Hey,
Dog,
but
we all been bamboozled by somebody of the opposite
Never
sex,
mind.
She
bruh.
said strong on your word. I think
Years.
a bitch nigga, he gonna fuck up on his word a lot of
At
times.
some point.
So you gotta, everyone asking you, you gotta kind of be.
Sometimes-
Sometimes, most
hold
majority
on,
of
hold
the
on.
times,
Sometimes
if
though,
you pay attention,
hold on. Sometimes
the word is what's gonna get them mixed up.
It don't always mean he a fuck nigga. Sometimes that nigga just broke. A nigga that can't keep his
It ain't
word.
got nothing to
Sometimes
do
they
with
ain't
financial
got,
about being
you
a
know,
man, keeping
overpromising.
your
I
word,
might be
standing
broke
by
right
your
now.
word.
Nah.
But that's us
Yeah,
clearly.
You fresh from Houston, bruh.
Oh yeah, he blew it back in Houston.
Like, that's a big thing for me, for guys. Keeping, like, I feel
They word. Like, when you
know,
gonna say
your
something
word.
to
keep your word, stand by your word.
If we
like,
going to Aruba,
when you
we
say
going
some
to
shit,
Aruba.
that mean you meant it. Like,
Yeah. I mean, are we?
that's
far
like the
off?
main thing.
Clearly, we're far off because y'all ain't saying nothing.
Yeah, 'cause y'all looking at us like
I ain't got no response. It's just
We just
keep
wanted
it,
to get
keep
it
it G because I think all of the men in here we're at this point in our lives where it's just like we say some shit we mean it, right? Ain't no dude is gonna tell a girl some shit that he can't maintain.
Complete, yeah.
So it's just like, no, that's like legit. You meet a girl, you try to wind and dine her, right? You gotta be able to maintain that shit. Cause that's the expectation you got now. You already gonna set the first impression on it. Exactly. You gotta keep it. But ain't no dude in this room gonna introduce a girl. Ain't no dude in this room gonna introduce a girl to a vibe that he can't keep up.
Maybe in our 20s, but
In our 20s, yeah, we did some reckless shit. All of us now, like 28, 29, 30 plus. We're not gonna do that no more because we realize one. I don't know about y'all. I want to settle down. I want to get married. I want to have more kids.
Oh yeah,
Of course,
lover
of
boy.
course, yes,
Lover boy over here.
But it's just like ain't no dude in this room gonna tell you right now that he want to like relax and then just wild out until he 50.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody want to meet
about it.
Whether it's a girl or boy.
I thought about it. Thinking about it right now.
You know what? They're not gonna say till
Wait,
I'm 50.
what?
They're gonna say until I just don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
I don't
I
know.
would not want to just wild out here and not have a seed.
Yeah.
You don't know. You do not know what's going to happen when you wake up tomorrow. I might not be here tomorrow.
Sounds nice.
My son here,
Yeah.
he gonna carry it on. But ain't no dude in this room right now, kid or no kid, is gonna say they don't want to leave a legacy behind. Right? So when we talk about this shit, what it talks about to be a man, most dudes in this room, matter of fact, all dudes in this room, like, we don't introduce girls to a vibe that we can't keep. Right? So if we love you, we gonna love you day one. If we love at first sight type shit. We meet you day one, we gonna keep it the day a million.
I think, Shaw, what you really like, I hear you're making a lot of sense, but I think what you're really trying to say is like, we're at the age now where we really know who we are.
Yes.
And we're not gonna lose ourselves over a situation just for a pat on the back or just a dapper from your homeboy. You get what I'm saying? I think that's where we are in our lives. Like, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna make no promise to no. I'm not gonna promise you no certain lifestyle, this, that, and the third that I know I can't provide. I'm not here. No one out here capping.
No,
we not doing that.
Like if and you hit it right on the money. Like that's exactly what I'm saying. It's just.
Is it really love if you had to do the most to get your partner? And I repeat, is it really love if you had to do the most to get your partner?
Is it really?
It may be love on your side, but I don't know if it's really love on their side. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie. It may really be love on your side because you're doing everything you can. So I feel like, but now that might be obsession. No, that's the love because love turns into obsession, huh?
I did that turn Shark's mic.
Oh, yeah, because they rude over here. It's okay. I figured you was gonna mute them, so I continued. I got you. But yeah, to me, I feel like the person that's really striving for it obviously has love, but the person that's retracting it definitely doesn't have the love. That's how it is. And that's the sad part because they'll play on it as if they have love. They might have some type of love, but clearly they don't have the same amount of love as the person pursuing. So
you think like you think in every relationship you've been in with any person, like the love was never equal, or
no, not at all. I think I've definitely had scenarios where I had to be the one to apologize for not showing the same love that person showed me.
Yeah.
But I would definitely say I've also had my heartbreaks where I was the one that was loving too much or more, for sure. And that wake up call is like, damn, I thought I was the PIMP, but it's like, I know I'm just joking, but like for real, you have to really recognize that.
Read this question again out loud.
You trying to keep it cool. He was.
What'd he say?
No, you thought.
What'd he say? Oh, fast.
Yeah,
but exactly. Not even more so running game, but I thought we was both in the same field. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a verbal person all for it when I'm messing with somebody because I don't like entering anybody's life on just let's go with the flow because this is your life. I'm not going to interrupt your flow. That's wrong. Let's at least know what we're on verbally. Whether we're just vibing or we actually get something serious, let's verbally speak about it.
But if you meet that somebody, you lock it.
But that's the problem though. When you think that somebody's a somebody, and you're not the somebody for them, like, that's the problem. But that's where it comes into. You would think because they're giving you the same actions, they feel mutual, but they're not on the same page as you. So that's when you end up being the one.
So that's the argument we had last time about just being a nice guy. Or being a gentleman.
I mean, a lover girl.
Like, I don't like. That's not. I guess that's misleading behavior now.
Yeah. That's boyfriend treatment or girlfriend
Treatment. It's just to me when it's just like.
calling it shit.
But to me that's just like common courtesy, basic. You know.
That's good shit.
Yeah. Like just because if I go out with Lala, if I say let's.
So what is doing the most to get somebody?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I was trying to.
Y'all do the
Doing the
same
most,
shit
you know,
with
when you
people. Like,
doing a
I can't do
For
that.
For example.
I like to have a relationship where it's like, this
Hold
is
on,
what we
hold
do.
on. Here's doing the most. Here's
what?
doing the most.
Yeah, like what's doing the most?
It's like the lifestyle shit that you can't keep up type shit.
Yeah.
Then that's what y'all talking about. The
Doing the
boyfriend,
most.
girlfriend shit with y'all.
Hold on. Can I get it out?
Okay.
It's pretty much where you're going above and beyond, and she's getting just regular satisfaction. It's never ups or downs. It's like, oh, it's good. You know, you're trying to keep her interest or their interest by doing something that's outside of you. You feel me?
No, I don't know because sometimes when you really like somebody, like you really, I guess that is doing the most. But it might be coming from a genuine place. Like you want to do something special for that person. Is that doing the most?
Yeah.
Or is that just
Like $600 on the first date. You know what I'm saying? Like,
bruh,
you feel me?
$682. You right?
Doing the most. You know?
Is it?
A little bit.
I don't think it was. I had a good time.
You're just being a nice guy, right?
Being a gentleman. But no, I was impressed. Like we spoke about this. I think we spoke about this off air, but I was impressed. I just thought I was more upset about the common courtesy as opposed to like not having no expectations at the end of the night, but more just about the common courtesy. And that's fine. Like I peeped it. I seen what it was. God seen what it was, and God blessed me the same night. Went to casino and hit for 700 after 600. So God knew what time it was. Like, hey, you went about things the right way. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Man, I just want to say something totally probably off, like that everybody might think. But I don't really understand this question because I've never chased a female. So I think that if the question is a female to me, I would say that she did what she had to do. So I don't know if that's the most. But if she ended up with that last word as my partner, then that means she did a good job at what she had to do. So it wouldn't be the most. It would be what she had to do to get there.
That's why I asked, what is the most?
I love
Yeah,
that.
because you know partner. You're
I
right.
love that.
But like I said, I've never done it in reverse.
I don't want to interrupt, but I'm gonna interrupt. Like I'm listening to what Shard is saying. I'm listening to what Desi's saying. What Lala's saying. But I'm really interested in what your perspective is because you are a very unique person and you have a different mindset. It's not because you're older. I think it's because how you was raised. And like for me, I didn't have a father figure in my life. So I'm listening to you and I'm like, yo, if I learned this when I was younger, I would have propelled a different way. And when I'm understanding how you think of a woman is insane, but in a good way.
In a good way. Right.
Yeah.
So what I think is like
To me, like, let me finish.
My bad.
To me, it's like when I think of how a woman should be and how a man should be, write it on paper is perfect, right? But you have the theories that how it should be, but no one follows it because they just don't believe it no more, right? So when you say these things, it's like that's when the bickering comes in and disagreements. Because at the end of the day, we all did agree that each one of us confides, but situational, right? We all agree with that. It's just the way we confide, right? But then you made just the generalization of it. And we just all bickered at it, you know? So like when you just said what you said now, it's like, yo, you have a crazy perspective and I admire that.
Appreciate
For
it. And to be honest, it's concise. Like I don't really want to go on about it. I just said what I said and that's it.
Yeah.
So, you know, when I say I've never chased a woman, I say I was raised not to. And I also
Nah, for real.
have been blessed by having, my dad had 12 kids. So, my older brothers and sisters, they made sure I focused on what mattered. And females are very low on that list at a young age. As a teenager and in my 20s. And I would say that's probably why I have reached a level of success. Is because I already knew that all of that was coming and going. And all of that was just for the moment. And I had my moments where I enjoyed it, but I definitely woke back up at 6 a.m. and got back to work. So, for me, I hear this question, and like I said before, I see the last sentence, partner. I have never chased a woman. And I am not saying that to diss any man that has. But I have never. So when I look at my relationships, if they were my partner, they did what they had to do.
And vice versa.
And vice versa.
If I want it,
at
or if-
some point, I said, yeah, she's
Right.
working, and she's doing.
At some
things,
point, you wanted
and she's
someone
going
as
places,
much
and
as they wanted you, right?
Right. Exactly.
Exactly.
So for me, this question is a good question, but there's a concise answer here from me.
Yeah.
We could jump to the next question.
It's on Des.
DD. Sorry, Des. Sorry. Edit that, please. I'm not trying to hear it. Sorry, Desi. Sorry, Desi.
Didi?
Cause you about to whoop my ass. Like, I'm sorry.
She ain't got no hands. She ain't got no hands.
You crazy.
You crazy, man.
We seen it on the yacht.
Desi, act-
We seen it on the yacht.
Say the question. Desi.
You ain't seen the yacht.
Desi.
Who?
Come
You ain't see Desi on the yacht?
Pay it.
She outside, y'all.
Read the question.
Read the
I
question.
don't fight. I don't fight.
Read the question, man.
Opening it.
Fuck.
She's
You know she lying.
Bro, read the question.
Stop telling me what to do. Okay. True or false? I'm screaming. Women need a man to validate them.
Yes.
True
Oh,
or
yeah,
false?
true.
Facts only.
True.
True.
I know that's offensive sounding, but in actuality, it just is what it is.
No, here's an example. But he's right though. Like a girl you
Your
send a dude.
examples is 15 seconds or less, nigga. God.
But I'm pretty sure if you sent a man a nude before, and he's like, that's what's up. You be like, the fuck?
Or he just like it. And
He just like it and don't make no comment on it.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be a different energy if you send a nude and nigga FaceTime you right away. I'm on the way. Where you at? I'm coming right now.
Yeah.
What you doing?
That's
taking
like
that
I
pic?
said, we like it. I mean, I can't speak from, I don't know. Personally, a woman could be insecure and get validated and still be insecure. So I don't think,
Bro,
That's
y'all.
a fact.
you know what I'm saying?
That's
So I don't
There
think,
ain't no
like
pleasing
I
y'all.
said, I think we like
I'm just
it.
gonna say
Hold on,
my
hold on.
Ain't no
answer.
pleasing y'all.
Validated by
I'm
who?
gonna say my
It's like
answer.
No, validated by who? Your homegirls or your homeboy?
It doesn't. I think
Or your
either or
friend,
because
or
even
your
if my
boyfriend.
homegirl tells me about a fit, if I don't feel like I look good in the fit, I'm probably changing my fit.
Exactly.
What if your man tell you look good in the fit?
I'ma still probably change the
I
fit
don't like it.
So why you even asking the man then?
because I want to because that's just life, bro. I should be
Oh,
like,
man.
No, lie. If you
No,
tell
I'm talking about your
lie,
man.
hold up.
Exactly.
Hold up,
My
hold
man
up,
is my
Slim,
dog.
Slim.
But
If your man tells you you look good in the fit,
just
but
like
your
asking
homegirl
your-
tell you look trash, you gonna change your fit?
that's what I'm saying. If either or, at the end of the day, it's probably gonna be based upon
Lie.
how.
Are
If
you
I
gonna
look-
change
if
your
If
fit?
I look in the mirror, either way,
And I see
one of
it
them
as
can tell me
trash,
I
like
look
my homegirl
bomb.
see, then I'm
Yes,
like,
look fat, and I'm probably still gonna be
So
like,
why
damn,
do
that's my
y'all? So
rose
why do
pop.
y'all wear
Let's
the
switch
shit
it.
that y'all wear? Because either
Because at the end of the day, when I look in the mirror, I'm
No,
like,
no, no,
I
no,
bet,
no,
Lock, you good.
No,
Can I
there's
just
two.
answer the
Look
question?
at that guy that jump out the car and dance. The African dude.
That's swole, buddy.
Hey, yo.
Oh man.
Hey,
But
yo.
real shit.
Try to
Hey,
get
yo. Hey, yo.
There's two reasons why y'all dress the way y'all dress.
This is crazy.
I'm comfortable
Here we go.
for a guy.
Attention, period.
Or maybe because we want to look for ourselves. Y'all,
Yeah, I'm
y'all
not
No,
gonna lie.
because y'all comfortable.
Anyways,
That's the first
I'm about to
reason.
answer the question for myself.
Why y'all
Just
do
to
that?
answer
Go
the
ahead.
question.
Go ahead, man.
I do agree with the phrase just off the simple fact that I want to have kids one day. I want to be married. So for me to feel like I can have kids and be married, unfortunately, I need a man to do that. So, because I said unfortunately, that was my word of choice at the
In
moment.
actuality, you could do it. Right?
No, you don't.
Without a man, you could go get
Surrogate.
I know I can have a baby, but I want the marriage. I want the marriage.
Still would like it, and therefore, I think you still would need the validation from a man. You can go marry a woman,
I don't like women.
I'm not saying you. I'm not talking
Oh,
about
in
you.
No, I'm just
general.
saying,
You're
like-
talking in general, though.
No,
Yeah.
I'm saying for me,
But
like,
for women, they could do things without a man. That's what I'm saying
Yeah.
is they could do things without a man. But to really answer the question, they still need a man. You know what I'm saying, to validate them. So as much as they might try to go around us, we have not reached a stage of like worthlessness. And so I think the question, if the answer is true or false, yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I think we
So
all.
can we switch it real quick?
I said true.
I think we all agree it's true.
I think
We all
I
agree.
think we all agree that it's
Yeah.
false.
True.
No.
False.
We like it.
We didn't hear one false yet.
Yeah.
We like it, but we don't need the validation.
You mean you don't?
Whatever.
That's
There's
crazy.
more than
Well,
just her that feels like that. I'm pretty sure there's other
Yeah.
women out here
Other
that feel
feminists?
but we would say 9 out of 10 times it's true.
Other
But
feminists?
I'm pretty sure a woman that wants kids and marriage and everything else is going to care about
10.
men validation.
She didn't put a man in front of that.
That's the point. Okay, next one.
Come on, Shaw.
Can
Well,
we
nah,
flip that
Shaw
question
shouldn't be
real quick? Can we
reading.
flip
It's
that
on you.
question real quick?
Shaw
Do
shouldn't be
men need women's validation?
No.
No,
Nah.
No, not at all,
definitely
fam.
not.
I don't get this world that we live in.
A
What?
man, a man
again,
can.
I mean, but you know what? We're sitting here
Why do y'all
overpopulated
feel
by
like y'all
testosterone,
need
so
women?
cool.
So what do y'all
Right.
go outside looking good for?
I feel like so. Look,
Why do y'all spend
Are you
that money
serious?
in the club
Why do y'all
if
spend
you
that
don't
money?
have
I'm not
validation?
answering this question.
Because she's not gonna accept you.
Who?
Give me
Hold
your
on, hold on.
validation.
That's a small.
who. Don't say
That's a
who.
small percentage
Don't
of
say
people.
who. Less
Bruh,
than
no.
$700 the first date. Come on.
That ain't nothing.
Why'd you do that?
Because I wanted to
You
go
wanted
eat
her
there.
validation.
No, I didn't.
Not for a woman's validation.
What you mean?
There.
Yeah, I picked a spot.
Anywhere else?
She didn't know where we were going.
Validation?
not order 700.
That's
That wasn't for women's
men,
validation.
period.
$700 on the first date.
No, they didn't know where I was going.
Let
She
me.
didn't know where we were going.
I can explain it all in like 3 terms.
Why do men fill
One mic,
a
one mic.
section with straight females?
Who?
That's for money purposes.
That's for validation.
It's for validation.
No,
Nah.
that brings more money.
That's more
Remember-
money.
Not for some promoters. Please, no.
All
I understand
promoters,
that.
more
For
women.
some
We have the
promoters.
baddest women.
For some
Hella
promoters.
niggas is
Now,
gonna pull up. They
If you
gonna
are
buy
a promoter making
bottles.
money in the club, sure. But if you're not, let's talk about it differently. That's different speaking because I know how to do that. That's a different talk. If you're a promoter in the club, that's different. But if you're not, and you're not making no money off this section, it's validation.
It's not validation. It's validation for other men. Like, I'm that nigga. It's not even about
And
you.
for women, I'm that nigga. You're not gonna feel like that nigga. You're not gonna feel like women looking your direction. If it's a room
Nah, I don't need no.
full of
I don't need to.
Take words and put such negative things towards it. Y'all
Nah.
never just take it. Y'all
I don't know.
looking
What?
for validation from women too.
Talking to the mic.
What?
Oh, what's the next
Nah,
one? Go ahead.
nobody said. Not one man said. Yeah, we do.
And I just said, yeah, y'all do.
Yeah, so
and I told him to read the
I-
question.
No man.
Where
And I
it's like
said,
you can ask the men for an answer, but you don't like the answer.
So, yeah.
And it won't.
It
Like
don't
if I was
change
to
it.
ask both of y'all a question and both of y'all agreed, I'll accept it. I'll say, okay, I never thought about that. Okay, that's true. But because we're all telling you the same thing, it's like you have put a wall up and you say, I don't care. Y'all saying
No, because it's the same thing. No, it's the same thing from when she said that, oh, women don't need validation. Y'all all did the same thing. Oh, y'all do need validation. Y'all do need
it for this.
validation.
Hold on.
The only
But y'all said the same
No,
thing.
no, no. The only reason
Hold on,
it's
hold on, hold
was
on.
because
Hold
the
on.
other female
Quick
actually said
question.
it was true.
Quick question. How would you feel if you didn't get any attention from any man for the rest of your life, no matter
Oh
what
my
you
God,
did?
Have y'all not been seeing
Desi,
on Instagram?
Desi.
I'm talking about you
Desi.
don't get no nice,
Desi.
anything nice, anything,
Desi.
soft, anything, no pretty privilege, none of that shit.
For a good year. I just need a
Nah. See, nah. Look, here you go.
I need a year
Capping.
off.
She went.
Left
I
alone.
love
So Ricky, how would you feel
pretty
if
females?
you never got talked to by a female? How would you feel?
Well, we have to do the approaching. We don't have to wait for people to come.
Okay, what if you
How would you feel if you approached somebody and they didn't want to talk to you?
Ever.
And then
Next bitch. No.
and nobody talked to you and you get
that.
no
Keep
attention.
going till I
This
find
is not.
one.
This is not saying that if you guys could just understand that there's many women out there. It doesn't bother us to be turned down at all, and there's very few good guys. So you know what I'm saying. It's not the same. You guys have a different way that you approach and react to men than we do. So a woman doesn't make us anything. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm not saying I don't need a woman at all. I definitely need a queen. I for sure need a woman. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But the question being what it is, I definitely would say a woman is going to need a man. Protection, procreation, and hopefully financial, right? So hopefully he's handling all of that. And I'm going to put all that weight on my shoulder to handle that so that you can handle what you have to handle. We need each other, but not in the way that we're saying it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that we're minimizing how we react to each other. Like in the club, da-da-da. Like I don't really even know people that really go to the club no more. Like it's we got a whole other generation of people. Like I just bought a farm last Friday, by the way, guys. I just want y'all to know that.
Where's
Shout out
that?
to all the farmers. It's in Southwest Ranches.
I knew it was Southwest Ranches.
So I want y'all to know, like I didn't realize that there was people doing what I'm doing until I did it. And all of a sudden I'm like, oh, there's a lot of black farmers and they're young. And that whole era of my era of going to the club 4 nights a week and spending money, that's getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Y'all remember when a club had like 5,000, 6,000 people? Now it's like 400, 300. Because our minds are changing. We're all growing up. And so we are, approaching each other much differently. And so in the senses that you guys are saying, maybe there's some juvenile senses that a man would need a woman. But when a man is in greatness, man, there's nothing that a woman's going to do to deter that greatness.
I feel like it's yin yang. That's the
deteriorating
problem.
women in that sense.
Hold on,
like
say
there's
it
not
again?
a large population of women that are the same way. Personally, there's a large population of pretty women that would prefer not to get pretty women privileges because we're kind of offended that you treat me this way because of my looks. You don't know that I'm actually a good fucking human being. Because in reality, you're a stanky human being. You're not a good human being. So to be honest, no. Majority of pretty women or get pretty women privileges don't need your validation. Because at the end of the day, I'm still insecure when I go home.
Right,
so what the hell does this shit do for me?
Right.
So that's why I'm disagreeing with this. 100%. No, and there's a large population of women that are that way. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
The way that we're talking about validating is juvenile. And it's not it doesn't matter. We're talking about ways that validate people and it don't matter. Like his meal, even though I think he's goofy for that, I think that's who cares? Like I don't care. Yeah, he throw that money anywhere he want to. You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, if we were to talk about things that really matter, then I think you'd really understand, like, damn, did this person, need me in their life? And I think that if it comes to me as a man, I would find myself saying, I don't. There's a lot of y'all, and I'm going to be okay. While on the other side, women are going, damn, there's way less good guys. The good guys, there's such a small group of them that, once I get one of them, I'm gonna wanna ride with this for a while.
I feel like it's
and stop dealing with these
girls.
I don't think so at all. Here's the thing. You know why I don't think that? And I think we could.
You said
and I'll show up after this. You know why I don't think that?
I believe there's more good girls than good guys.
I done dealt.
Hold on, one mic.
I done dealt with some.
Yeah.
Raggedy hoes. Here's what I found out, and I had some friends. We all grew up in neighborhoods where we know. I remember when there was like one hoe in high school, one hoe in the neighborhood. Like that's old school. Right now, there's plenty of hoes in the neighborhood.
It's sprinkled.
But what I find out about the raggedy hoes, deep down inside, that's not the agenda. That's not the goal. They don't want to be a hoe. They're actually a good person, and the path of life just ended the way it ended. The influences, things that happened to them. They ended up being the way they are just out of whatever happened. But a woman is still a woman. And if a man says, all right, you're going to stop being a hoe, you're going to be a great woman. Literally, she becomes a great woman. It ain't nothing that past that she has or nothing like that going to make her continue to be a shitty person. And so I think every single woman out there has greatness in them.
As a perfect example too. Hold on, I just want to piggyback on what he just said.
Yeah, because he's saying some real shit.
Because here's a perfect analogy. Only a king could make a lesser person or a female a queen. You know what I'm saying?
Ricky.
A queen can't make a nigga a king.
That's deep.
At the end of the day.
You're just a queen.
Say that one more time.
Yeah, that's a fact.
A queen.
Hold on. Say that from the beginning. Say it one more time.
Only a king can make a woman a queen.
But a queen can't make a man a king?
Yeah, at all.
Like a servant, boyfriend,
It doesn't work that way.
horns, bitch.
That's why the Queen of England, she didn't really have a husband. Like her husband's not the king of England, you know.
You know what? I see what you're saying. I'm agree with that.
But in it,
I'm agree with that only because men are just kind of strong-minded in that sense.
You gotta earn your spot. You don't marry into it.
You can guide a man to the water, but you can't force him to drink. Yeah. So I agree with that, and I definitely kudos to that. I definitely get what you're saying because a man is still a man. That's what makes him a man.
Exactly.
But a woman, you can show her certain things, and she'll take it and do as she can and become who she wants to. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with y'all in that sense. But
y'all play checkers. I play checkers.
Damn, I still don't think that's a sense of needing validation. I don't think that's a sense of needing validation. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think that's a sense of understanding support in your life and understanding strong support, but not needing validation. Because he can be a supportive and tell you everything, and you still turn left and still be a hoe or do whatever is negative to your life. You know what I'm saying? So I still disagree that that's a sense of needing validation.
No, you all right? Yeah, because you ever if you ever seen that movie Black Snake Moan?
Yeah.
With Samuel Jackson.
Snakes on a plane.
No, but like the in the movie, like the white girl Justin Timberlake, he had chained to the heater, and she just like she didn't realize the value in herself. You get what I'm saying? But when Samuel got a hold of him, was like, yo, what is you doing? Nah, calm your ass down the fuck. This ain't you.
This ain't you.
You wasn't made for this. Yeah. The minute she had said that to her, it's like a whole, like, she became it's the right way to say a woman. I don't want to say a woman and it come off as offensive but she was like she was like the town slut. Anybody could fuck that. Yeah. Anybody. You just had to walk around the corner, come around the way. You just had to look at her. You know what time it was. Yeah. So, but when Samuel came into the picture and kind of like broke it, like you break a fiend, and like, no, this is who you are, and you're this. You're not that. She became a woman, wholesome.
Yeah. So, like, I don't know if y'all remember this Shabba Ranks song. Where said, "Can't done." It's like, yo, women are resilient, man. You know, they just. Life hits them hard, and they do things sometimes that it doesn't benefit them. But once a man, and I mean, they find out on their own, you know, as well. But if a man were to step into their life when they doing they dumb shit and be like, you wasn't made for this. This is not what you about. Let's go do a whole other thing. She will go and do it, you know, because she knows while she's doing it, this ain't it. This ain't it.
She's like, ooh.
Even though
it's built differently.
Yeah. Ooh, in a sense though, because what he's saying, see, mind you, I get what he's saying, because I was finding a sense.
Hold on, she gotta add her sprinkle to it.
Yeah.
I was trying to counteract in my mind too, but then I was like, but wait a minute, because a man could be in the same drought himself, and a woman could come about and tell him, hey, you're a king, you're better than this, you shouldn't be stealing from 7-Eleven, and he'll still have a moment where he was like, look what you saying, I'ma still do me. Before he then looks himself in the face and be like, oh, that's what that bitch was saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I get what you're saying.
Fully.
I get what you're saying. But that's a sense of where we got to recognize women are initially submissive. Men are initially not. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said, you know, we're humans before we're anything, but we just still can't deny that's not validation.
How many mistakes can your partner make before you leave them? That is very subjective.
Man, it depends on the mistakes.
Yeah.
I have a thin line between like disrespect and mistake. You know what I'm saying? And intentions. So like,
There you go. Yep.
if your intentions were good, but you made a mistake, like I rock with you. Even if you cheated, right? Because I feel like in instances where men do take advantage sometimes, women do too. So like, not all like infidelity is like with motive. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes shit just happens. It's hard to understand, but like once you grab that concept, you'll understand that. But like the mistakes for me is like disrespect and intention. So you have bad intentions and you fucking disrespecting me, that's the last mistake you'll make with me. You know what I'm saying? Like
I agree. Like is like even when I'm talking to him or I'm dating, I just go by like whenever we get in that first argument, just how does she address me? How does she talk to me? How does she like that is the tell all, know all of everything I need to know. Yeah, like calling me out of my name. Like I really be talking to women, and I really like I don't curse at women.
Oh yeah.
I can't even tell you the last time. I don't even curse at my baby mama, bro. And that's just point blank period. So when you go when it's be on the other side and they just so quick to, you know, let you have it. And maybe the first time you can see first time, you know, you might want to address it. You get through it, but you address it, and you trying to see like why is it like this? Like why do you speak like that in these type of situations? And then if someone you rocking with, you building with, and it's a first time experience, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna try to work it out and figure it out. But if it's something that's continuous, it's happening like end of the day, that person just don't respect you, period.
You can spin back to the confided question. Where the things you confide.
Oh yeah, she gonna throw that all that shit back up in your face, bro. Definitely, of course.
Yeah, but the question is, how many mistakes can your partner make before you leave them? That was the original question.
If it's the same mistake, think about it.
It's the same mistake.
Same mistake, different woman though.
You know what I'm saying? If it's the same mistake,
Different woman though.
I can piggyback off of
Yeah.
G over here
What?
because it's like levels.
Yeah.
It's definitely levels. I don't tolerate cheating, but I have forgiven cheating in some relationships. The first time. You know, if you continue to do something to make me feel some type of way, if you do anything to make me feel some type of way more than once, you're clearly
Especially after you addressed it.
Especially after I addressed the nice way, the mature way. If I approach it the mature way, and you violate the mature way of actually communicating how I feel, what you did exactly to hurt me, not yelling in a complete calm tone, and you choose to do it over and over and over again, yeah. No. So I feel like it varies.
Yeah.
Depending on the person, the type
It
of
does,
relationship you have with them,
Sometimes
the
it might just
dynamic
be
of the
one
relationship,
mistake.
you know.
What about you, Walsh? I know you're very
Depend on
like
the mistake.
consistent. Yeah, cause like you very
Depend on
one
the mistake.
time.
You know me, that shit, you out of here. But yeah, it depends on the mistake. If it's a money mistake, I'll probably you know, I think G said it best though, intention, right? So I look at everything like just more monetarily than emotionally. So everything comes down to business. Are you fucking my money up? Are you fucking my motivation up? And so if my mind is being spent on something that you've done, then you gotta go. My mistake is allowing you to be in my brain and not letting me focus on what I need to focus on. So your mistake becomes my mistake. And so yeah, if it's a mistake, that's something that's light, and I'm not thinking about it, and you're willing to take the adjustment needed to not make that happen again.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do think once we start talking about cheating, and again, in my opinion, I don't mean to like be like old head shit, but like when we start talking about like cheating and stuff, that's just juvenile behavior to me. And so you and I weren't together in the first place then. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not taking you back. We weren't together. It wasn't mine. So you've let me know that we weren't together. So I've got no problem not keeping it that way.
You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, it just comes down to mind and peace, man. I'm a man. I
You
want
follow
peace.
principles.
Yeah,
We
I got
follow emotions over here.
Yeah, I got a code.
Yeah, he
I don't
follow
think it's a
code.
big Caribbean thing because I only hear a lot. No, not you know.
If I can follow code, yo, I'll be perfect.
I'm telling no, for real though. But I think I don't know. I feel like that's really, and I have to give us Caribbean something because I really hear this a lot in us. You know what I'm saying? It's just something that we do. We're built on a code. You can't move that way. Yeah. I don't know if it's our moms, our grandmas, something. It's just like, how you gonna move like that?
Well, everything comes down to discipline.
Yeah,
And success. It all comes down to discipline. And if I let you take me off of my deen, for anybody that know what a deen is, if you don't, you know, shout out to my Muslims out there. But you know, if you let me take me off my deen, off my square, and lose my discipline and my focus, then I, as a man, know I have plenty more options. I have tons more options, and there are a lot of great women. That's what I'm not going to stop emphasizing. There are lots of great women. If you're going to the club looking for one, you will not find one. If you're going to, you know what I'm saying, to a place, you know, where more enlightened heads are gathering, you most likely will find one. Yeah. And so, you know, once you start to realize that you don't have to be cornered into these little pockets of life that we think we have to be. The Instagram tells us we got to be this. Like I said, when I started this farm journey about 6 months ago, I started to see this whole community of black and brown people that were doing it. And they were young, they were in their 20s. And I say, man, I ain't never seen them at the club, ever. And then I say, damn, they were just never on that. And then I say, damn, we're the minority. Us that's in the clubs, we're the small group. The rest of these kids, they not on that. They doing some other shit. And when you run into them, you catch up with them, you realize a good amount of them are doing really good things, healthy things. Yes, definitely. There are some people in Carol City that ain't never left Carol City. They ain't even go cross County Line Road to Miramar. I used to be one of them people. I ain't know what Miramar looked like. You know what I'm saying? And I used to hate the thought of what the fuck was on the other side of Miramar. I was like, why would I go over there? But, you know, once you start to, thankfully, I mean, you don't even understand. My biggest blessing was going to Clark Atlanta University when I was 18. Yeah. So, you know, leaving Miami and being able to meet people from Philly, Chicago, DC,
opens your mind.
And I started to realize, oh, wow, you know, New Orleans people are amazing. I want to go visit it. So now I'm going back with my boys to go visit their cities. And I'm like, oh, wow, there's similarities with Miami, but there's a whole different culture. They listening to go, they listening to juke, they listening to bounce music. And you start to realize, like, this little Carol City bubble I was in, you know, from Norland to Carol City, this wasn't the whole world. And then I went to FAMU for grad school. So I had a great start on understanding that a mistake isn't something I need to give another chance for, because this world too big. There's too many opportunities. There's too many people. I ain't stuck with your little raggedy ass. You got one mistake and you're out. And that's just that. You know what I'm saying? And so that's a code that I think would definitely fast track people to success. People, they gonna show you who they are. They just are. And once they give you that mistake, you don't owe them another chance. And you've already got enough information to say, you will fuck my money up. And I'm too disciplined and focused to allow that. And there's too many people, once I move into that intentional direction to go towards them, that are amazing. And as soon as I say, you know, it's like a slice of pizza. It's like if I say, man, I'm gonna give you a slice, and then you fuck that slice up and you drop it on the floor, you ain't getting another slice. I'm not giving you another slice. You fucked it up. And so now I got the rest of this slice of pizza that I will give to deserving people. And so mistakes to me are a no-go.
If I could ask you a question.
I like that.
Yeah, me too. I love that. And just to pick your mind a bit, because I feel like growing up, my mom used to always tell me, don't mind men. And there's a lot of reasons why. She used to always tell me, don't mind man, because you'll be the one ending up with the child and he will be able to go off and still do his life. Do you think like what you're saying is easier for men than women?
No question easier. No question easier. I can literally leave you with a child and go live my life. It is hard for a woman, man. And I think that we have come to a place where women have spoken and they're very vocal and we're hearing it, and we have to approach women with passion and kindness. So when I see a woman moving aggressive, because I do think women deal with trauma aggressively, they'll immediately be like, you know, like, who the fuck you talking to and things like that. And I understand that she's a woman, and so I have to move with passion and kindness. I have to. No matter how loud and aggressive she getting, I have to move with passion and kindness. I cannot do nothing else. I also think that we have a weird new feminine energy amongst men that's more dominant amongst, I think, most of the boys. I'm seeing a lot of feminine qualities in them.
You wanna know why?
Amen.
I think I know why, but I'd like to hear why you say why.
It's because they're being
No.
raised by a lot of
Yeah.
single
So I think
mothers.
that that's one reason, right? But I also have to always kind of bring it back as
logical
a
reason.
man, as the leader. It's on me.
Yeah.
So I failed, right? And so the people above me, we all failed to now
sure.
have this group of men who are very feminine.
Amen.
So I don't really blame the woman, even though I
that's
believe she
deep.
has a role. What we want to do is we want to first of all say, this is for 4 or 5 decades. 40s and 50s, you have Black Wall Street, you have all these things where we're becoming millionaires. They take that away from us. 60s, 70s, we then move into a revolutionary period where we're fighting for rights, fighting to be equal, and we're all unified on one
Right.
particular front. They introduced crack to then disrupt that, and we have not recovered.
Right.
And so when you look at effeminate men, you realize it all started from the 80s, and those guys having kids when they were 20, going to jail for the rest of their life.
Amen.
And then, guns, after crack being introduced, and a lot of men having kids and then immediately being deleted from existence. And then you end up having this big void where women have had to carry that weight. And so now here we are 50 years later after crack was introduced, and we have chaos and confusion. And again, I have to say, man, as a leader, it's my fault. It's not anyone else's fault, but my fault. And women have just done the best with what they had. And I really believe that. I really believe women have put a nickel and a muckle together and have said, yo, let me rub these 2 nickels, and have made magic. And we should never discredit that magic that they've made. We are here, we're alive, we're thriving, we have houses, we have clothes. We're not doing bad, and that's really off the backs of women. And so at no point would I do any bashing because I have to give great regular granny, mama, and even current women accolades for what they have been able to do with the little resources that they have. But I do say that to then say now we're in a period where I don't think the women are allowing a lot of the men to regain
the masculinity.
a certain position where we can unify and then get back to these millions. We are fighting each other now. We're bickering.
It's a gender war.
We're having a gender war.
it's
I don't
like-
even know if crackers is having a gender war. You know?
No,
They are.
I don't think they are.
I think we don't hear about it.
If
It
they
may
do,
be
we not in
happening.
it. Right.
not-
Because this is
Because
what-
we
this is
like
what-
each other.
Yeah.
Right. We love each other.
Exactly.
We don't care about the other side.
Yeah.
I don't know if they do, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
And that's-
but
that's-
this is our focus. This is a gender war. It's like I'm still a man.
Right. And that's oftentimes what I've tried to vocalize on the podcast is because I'm opinionated, and I've always tried to make sure I understand a male's perception because, of course, your perception matters, but you can't deny mine does too. And oftentimes, in many circumstances, especially in a room full of masculine energy, you'll feel belittled in a sense, like, okay, so I don't feel this way or I shouldn't feel this way. But I feel as though, and this is what happens, what's going on now, what we're trying to break through from, is understanding each other's communication going through this process, which is what happens in relationships. We're not communicating properly with one another to understand what we're going through, which is why there's so much backlash, which is why there's so
And
much
let me say, if I was
men.
to throw a solution out there, right? Because I think that's probably what this
That's what we need
podcast
to get to.
should eventually
Yeah.
get to a solution. First thing I'm going to say is we have to acknowledge that she's 100% right. Our communication, it sucks. And why we're using third-party tools that don't actually let me and you talk. I talk to you through Instagram, and we'll never be right. To be honest with you, this generation is fucked.
Yeah, we are.
We're gonna hope that our children look
Keep
at
it
us
100.
and go, they were some dumbasses.
sure.
And I ain't doing that. We do the dumbest shit right now, and it gets the most hearts, the most clout, it gets the most viral. And we have the ability to stop that. As soon as we see some dumb shit, we have the ability to say, hey, we ain't gonna do that. Or let me think even grander. We have the ability to make our own platform that we can be on. Y'all don't remember Black Planet.
I do. That
See,
was
Black
a classic.
Planet was y'all remember Black Planet?
Yeah, that was classic.
Okay, so just imagine a social network that only black people were on. This was a real thing. We all eventually moved over to MySpace.
Yeah.
But if we had stayed on Black Planet, it was not lawless. It was not twerking, smoking, and dumb shit. You were really genuinely like, yo, I go to a HBCU. Where y'all at? what y'all up to? And it was much more positive. Yeah, there was some negative, but it wasn't that. It was a positive level of networking with each other.
That's how all social media was before it became.
It's like,
I want to
it's
say
like
you're right.
Facebook and then
I want-
Yeah,
MySpace.
Facebook used
Or
to be
Facebook
like
and Twitter.
Facebook started from college kids.
Yeah, I want to say you're right.
You had to be
'cause
in college to be on
Facebook, you
Facebook.
really don't see madness.
Those filters
But
out.
Facebook began to do like political opinion,
now it
racist.
No, they letting everybody.
Yeah, they got racist.
And you
stuff.
had to be in college.
But
Yeah, you had
to
to
be
if
on
we're gonna do
Facebook.
that, if we're gonna do that, then we're gonna say Twitter was the real start.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Twitter
the
was
I think
wild.
Twitter was a chaos because
Twitter-
Twitter
Twitter
was
was wild.
divided for everybody.
Twitter
Anything
was
was a diary
chaos.
over it.
You could be anonymous. Remember, Facebook, you had to be you.
You had to be
You
over
could be
it.
anonymous. But what I'm saying to you is fine as
Fine,
new.
too.
Just imagine you could not be you on social networks. So when you read a comment on Instagram and you're like, who the fuck say this dumb shit? And you go, they got nose pictures and their name is user da 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 da. You couldn't do that before. You had to hold yourself accountable.
Yeah.
You say some dumb shit, I could pull up on you because I can see that you live around the corner. Now I can't pull up on you. So you allowed to say the dumbest shit you want, and you see that there's tons of people that have no life, have no communication with real people, and therefore this is joy to them.
Facts.
And so yeah, our communication, it sucks, and I do think, man, this generation could be fucked. But if we just get a list of how do we communicate? Okay, we use a third party to communicate. Let's take that third party out. Or let's build a third party just for us where we don't allow the dumb shit. You gotta be you, you're gonna make money on it, and you gotta be able to come with a clean, healthy approach. And that doesn't mean you're not gonna be opinionated and argue, but you're not gonna have your ass as the first thing I see. And then I just, then I'll
I feel
talk
like
to you.
it's always that one person.
Is that?
Fuck what
Always
you talking about.
that just always wants to just
The fuck
mess
what
it
you
up.
talking about. Yeah.
Fuck what you
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about.
yeah.
It's
But-
always that one person that changes the platform.
Like y'all remember
OnlyFans was not a sexual
Right,
website
exactly.
when it first
I was
came
about
out.
to give you the other one. What's
Like-
the one where everybody talk, but they show their face?
Oh,
TikTok?
Oh,
No, the next one. Wait,
Clubhouse.
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 Oh.
I knew that
see
was
it?
gonna be a dub.
Clubhouse was gonna be a dub. Yo, as soon as I remember
As soon
the
as
first
pandemic
girl
over.
who said, "Man, I'm gonna
It was
invite
popping
you on
because
it."
of the pandemic.
Yeah.
Right, but it was popping because it was invitation only.
Yeah, that too.
Remember now,
That'd be on the
one,
waiting
you
list.
had to be you, and you couldn't get in. They showed who let you in.
Yeah.
You getting held accountable.
Right.
Right, so I remember the girl. I was like, "Man, you'll like this. There's a lot of black networking on it. You should be on it." And I got in, and immediately I said, "This is dub." I said, "This is
Yeah, I think I only was on
Me
the one
too.
day.
I said, this is
I
gonna
was like,
go
what the
left
fuck
quick.
is this?
And I was in there, and then they would ask me to speak in some groups, and I would be like, "This is cool, but you know what? I'm looking at I see the topics,
Yeah.
and then I would start to see they had late night topics.
Yeah.
Y'all remember that?
Yeah, the
It was
moan room.
Yeah.
and then the moan room.
Yeah, that shit
motherfuckers
was
just
wild.
moaning
Yeah.
for hours,
Yeah.
hours, all night. You go in there, and people are going moan, 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 moan.
Like on top of each
Weird.
other. Like,
Yeah.
Right on top of each other. It's just a room full of people moaning.
Yeah.
And that was one of many chaotic rooms. And I said, I'm out. I ain't got
What?
nothing to do with this shit.
Yeah, bruh.
Now it's really hood. So, you start to realize, like, we need a place where there's a line. And if you fall the line, and I do believe this one thing, and I know a lot of people don't like to hear this, I don't think we should bring everybody with us. I do
Yeah.
believe that
I agree.
there's going to be some
Leave 'em.
black people that we just have to cut a line and say, y'all got to just go kill yourselves over there.
Right.
You'll,
fuck what you talking about.
yeah, you'll only
you
come
talking
over
about?
here and
Hey,
fuck it
fend
up
for
for us.
yourself. Fend for
And so
yourself.
if you're going to remain ignorant
tough.
for your life, you have to stay over there.
Yeah.
I remember I was like, I don't know if y'all remember On Eyes on 441 and
Oh
183rd,
my God.
but
They in
That's
Pine.
some,
They in Pine.
that's some
now.
Miramar.
I love them.
shit.
oh my
They
bad.
in
I
Pine
mean,
now.
Slim with somewhere.
No, I'm gonna tell you
we
why.
know-
Cause I'm gonna tell you why it's crazy. Cause
Yo, don't
2
come
weeks.
for them.
No,
no. They
my uncle.
I was gonna say,
First of
I
all, I know that spot, but my uncle owns the patty shop in Caribbean Plaza
Right.
next to Jamaica.
Yeah, which is,
2 weeks ago. I just out there 2 weeks ago on a Monday.
Patty
on
place.
Monday, patty
Yeah,
place, my
patty
uncle
place.
shop. And I know you.
Michael
know,
Daly.
yes,
you.
yes.
That's your cousin.
And I know you know my cousins. That's deported in Jamaica right now. I already know you know them.
You know Daly.
Yes, Moppy, all of them. They
You know Moppy.
That's my
You
uncle.
a goddamn lie.
I swear to God.
I know he went to prison, but I mean
No,
he
he
did get
deported.
deported.
Yeah, he deported.
Hey, enough
Bro,
for
2 weeks ago, I'm just out there and I love going out there. And I specifically go to certain places because I feel like I'm gonna give my money to them.
Yeah.
I live on Pines.
That's why I go to On Ice.
All right, I
I love
live on
Pines.
Pines.
He
we
come.
going
He
next
just say he
time,
come to Carol
You know,
City
I
to
always
spend his
go to-
money. I gotta get him a round of applause.
Listen,
That's a
I got
black
my
neighborhood.
haircut in
I
Carolmont.
don't know who we talking about.
And I live in Pines, bro.
So here's the thing I was gonna say. I remember one time I went to Aunt I's. Now Aunt I's is in a plaza. It has a liquor store right next to it. There was a young lady who had a bunch of Heinekens in her car, and she threw them on the ground. They all smashed in the parking lot. I pull up. I say, "Hey, why you the garbage right there? Why you ain't just throw it in the garbage?" She say, "Fuck you." I say, "I hear you. You know, you're a female, so I ain't gonna curse back at you." But you know, we black people in this plaza. It ain't no crackers coming through this plaza. It's just us. Yeah. So somebody granny could come over to touch. Say, "Fuck your granny." I say, "All right, you clearly are the person. You're the type of person I have to cut off." Now that could mean she had a bad day and shit just went left that day and she a great person. But I see the ignorance when she threw on the ground. Fuck what she said to me. Her ignorance was fuck this neighborhood, fuck all y'all in this neighborhood. And these are the kind of people that I say, man, we draw a line and we cut them off. So again, I don't know how you verify and qualify that, but once people begin to break a certain code on certain platforms, they get striked or they get kicked off. We need the same thing. So I do say there are a few platforms that I've seen floating around that I do believe people should try out. Instagram is not the end all, you know, of social media. And I do believe that Instagram has nothing FUBU, you know, for us or by us. So, you know, when I'm looking at my reels, if y'all follow me on Instagram, I do this thing called Real Boss. And I make fun of like events. I make fun of parties and stuff like that. And it's real funny. And I get paid for the reel. You know what I'm saying? And I think to myself, I say, man, this bitch got 100,000 views on this reel. I got a couple $100. I said, these crackers have made money off of me. I say, man, when do I give this game up to say, hey, y'all come over here with me if y'all like this comedy shit I'm doing? So I think that there's a way for us to communicate better, but we have to identify the places that we're communicating wrong. And as soon as we identify those places, and I say Instagram is one of those places, we collectively get the fuck off and we get away. And we have enough smart people in our community that can code and build something, and we all jump on it and support it with the intention that they're all rules. And once we get there, we will see we can make a lot of money and have better relationships. Since a lot of these questions were relationship based. I'm more focused on money, but you know, relationships matter.
You are a money focused man.
Right. When these things happen, it all spirals. And so, you know what I'm saying, we got to learn how to identify issues, and that's openly date is a roster necessary when openly dating. I think for a man, yes. I think for a woman, dating not a bad thing. Having sex, you don't want to do that.
He like, I'm gonna get a little clip.
I was going to answer all the questions.
Does doing it on the first date disqualify that person from being a husband, wife material?
No.
I say no, and the reason why I say no is greatness isn't defined in this one moment, right? And so I think that if you can look at this and say, in all honesty, are you a great person? This is just a moment. And so greatness doesn't have to be defined by this moment. Because if I'm doing that, I'm obviously not at my greatest either.
You're the great in that
You know what I'm saying? So, at that point, we both forgiving each other. Man, these were great questions, man. Let's talk about some money. What everybody do for business? What y'all got?
I love it.
Yo, I just like, all right, I'm gonna just tell a quick story.
He asked you a profession.
Huh? No. Go ahead.
Nah, because that day, like, it just clicked in my mind. I went to Vegas on a bachelor party. And I love telling this story because it just
jobs to a bachelor party. No, go ahead.
No, but it just one of those moments in my life where I felt like things kind of clicked for me. So I had just moved to North Carolina. I got on radio, but it was like whatever, you know, hosting parties or whatever up there, and kind of like really coming into my own. Because when I was coming out of Miami, I was kind of finding my way, but I wanted to be like Walshy. I wanted to sound like Walshy. I wanted to be like Juxie. I wanted to be like
also a Nolan person.
You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to, even whatever the case may be. So I went to Vegas for a bachelor party. We went 25 deep. I went there with like $2,000.
Not in one room. Relax.
No, we were 25 deep. But by the time Walshy had called me, I had literally $36 in my bank account. I was supposed to be there for 2 more days.
Oh my God.
Walshy calls me and said, yo, you still in Vegas? I'm like, yeah. I said, bro, I'm about to leave, bro. I'm about to get the fuck up out of here, dog. Like, bro, he's like, no, we got a show there on Sunday at the Aria. He's like, tell everybody boys to come. Mind you, this is FIU, so my age group, everybody knew who Black Shiny was. Everybody knew who he was. Not even say Major Lazer. We knew Walshy Fire Black Shiny. So we We go there. He calls me and my boy TJ. We go there. We're going with Major Lazer now. Now I've been to Vegas broke, and I've been to Vegas with like legit celebrities. It's a different experience of Vegas. We get a different level of treatment. Mind you, I have $36 in my account, but I don't even have a ticket home. I bought a one-way. So I'm just here risking it all, just trying to be around my friends because I'm living in North Carolina. I'm by myself. All my friends are in Florida. Nobody comes to visit me. I'm just in somewhere. I'm just there.
The radio station wasn't paying shit?
Hell no. Part-time, bro.
Don't ever think a radio station has ever paid anybody. Anybody you see on radio, they are not making money. They make money off their side hustle.
Yeah. Or endorsement.
So I'm there and Walsh being there, and I meet Diplo, I meet Jillian there, and we're in the back behind the section, and I'm getting all access bands. I got an autograph. Vegas Major Lazer had autograph to this day. Since I'm gonna wear it next Tuesday. I'm gonna wear it next Tuesday. So I'm sitting here as an MC and doing events, and like I'm just watching him up there, like what the fuck is happening right now? Like I know this man. Like I know him. I said that day I was like, I could do this. Like I could really do this. Like I don't think people want to like feel like what they can do what I do, but I want to inspire people to like I want to be as good as him. I want to aspire to reach the level that he's reaching. And that day, no bullshit. I swear to God, that day, we left that party. I was fucked up, but that day was like life changing for my mind and my career and what I wanted to be and what I wanted to aspire to, and to be a more diverse MC without cursing, MCing without saying certain things, connecting with a crowd on a different level. Like I tell them every day, like bro, I literally write down things to say on a microphone every day. Right. I have over 1,000 one-liner speeches, beginning not finished. I just hear all day. I literally write it out in my phone and my notepad.
Taking it serious.
And like when I came back from Vegas, crazy story. $36 left. I put a $20 bet on blackjack, hit, and was able to buy a ticket home. Like things was just connecting because boy, it was about to be. I had to call my mama, boy, on some real G shit.
Feel like
that moment, it just hit me, and then it just like. No, I elevated. Like I can say, like I tell you before, I can say that in a point in time in my life where I was the best. And it was from that day. I always go back to that day. Like anything that I achieve or anytime I ascend to a level, I just think about that day in Vegas. And like I wasn't supposed to be there.
I want to say the lesson I think in this is proximity. 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 All right, I grew up in Carol City. Believe me when I tell you, I was in the proximity of a lot of the worst people. And I was able to get myself out of there and get to Clark Atlanta. I'm going to tell you, it's me, DJ Drama, DJ Trauma, who is Dave Chappelle's DJ, Don Cannon, the dude that hosts on ESPN. Man, I'm sorry I forgot your name, homie. I know you're going to watch this and be like, how you going to do that? Because he shot me out. He's on Dan. He used to be on Dan Le Batard's show as well.
Bomani
Jones.
Yeah.
Like y'all don't understand. My year at Clark Atlanta University put out nothing but greatness, and I was only around greatness, and I had to elevate because I'm a little hood nigga that didn't even understand that there was a world outside of my little Carol City bubble. So when I start to really it, and I say, man, I think the solution for everything is proximity. If you can put yourself next to somebody that's greatness and see them being great, it just naturally elevates you.
And inspires
you just naturally go, damn, I can do this. And I had people before me that did that. You know what I'm saying? And so I was able to kind of be next to them and just be like, oh, wow. And so, like, if you look at my Instagram, there's a video of me in front of about 90,000 people, right? And I'm doing my thing in front of the crowd. It's 90,000 people, and it's me. And I'd see in the comments how many of my DJ co-workers are like, man, I'm so glad I know you. Like, I don't see somebody doing something in front of 90,000 people and not know them. I actually know you. I can call you. I can pull up. We can reason. We can da-da-da. And so I think that proximity is what the point of this is. Everybody needs to look at their surroundings and actually analyze it and ask yourself, is these some fuck niggas I'm around? Including your family.
Yeah, and friends.
Friends, but including your family. That could be your mama. Yo, if that's you are looking around your surroundings and you are the highest money earner, hard worker, you know, fucked up. You've limited yourself. You need to get away from those people, and it hurts. A lot of, I ain't gonna say his name. A lot of people know my old best friend, you know, for 30 years, lived across the street from me. Up to this day, people say, man, why I don't see you with X? And I say, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you remember X, you remember what we would get into. And you know that at some point, I saw myself getting into things that were way beneath my value. And I saw that I was going to end up in a situation that I actually could not get out of, which is a death or jail situation. And the day that I cut that fool off, of course, he forced my hand. He robbed a friend of mine, and was cool with it, like I shouldn't care. It wasn't his friend; it was my friend, but still, it was a principle. I introduced them to each other. He robbed. And then, you know, the streets don't do it the way I think you might see it a judicial way. They do it a different way. So it starts to come. It's a boomerang. It starts to come back in a very vicious cycle. And at that point, I realized I'm going to put my life in the hands of somebody who don't care about his own life, like Juice, you know, Tupac and Juice. Yeah. So, you know, you start to realize that proximity, as soon as I got away from him, man, it was like the sky opened up. Yo, it was like literally the food started. I was like, oh, this is everything just started getting better because I was in the proximity of ignorance, and I was in the proximity of problems, and I was in the proximity of somebody who has, to this day, no intention of being better. And so, you know, I personally want to say, now I love you. That's real talk, man. Y'all know me. Slim is my ace. But I also appreciate your words, man, because, you know, I don't really get to hear a lot of the times the things that I've done and their effect on people. And that's a big effect. That's some life-turning type stuff. Yeah. And so it's really, it makes everything I do so satisfying to hear somebody say, man, there was a moment and I was a part of that moment, man. So I appreciate that a lot, bro. Yeah, sure.
Amen.
And
he over there playing Tetris. What you was gonna say your business? What's your business is?
Well, I do multiple things. I'm a pursuing actress, so I'm pursuing that.
So that means you don't see after left.
Yes.
Yeah, you can't dare something.
Yeah, no, trust me. I'm doing whatever I can to build my pebbles ahead of space. I'm a perfectionist, so I can't leave and just leave. Unfortunately, I can't do it the Tyler Perry way and
so I say that's a fault, but
yeah, it is. But
it'll never be perfect, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, and I'm learning that.
At some point, you gotta just jump out the window.
And I'm learning that, but I still can't leave certain things in certain ways. So I also help my mom on the side with her catering business, Lyric Catering. It's a Jamaican cuisine. So we have big plans for that. And I'm also a manager for services for a spot called BB Sundays. And another job I can't say online. But yeah, I do a lot.
And what you do? I heard you say you do nails.
Oh yeah.
All right, she's zoned out. What you do, G?
What I do? I do a lot of things. We got a pool party in Houston.
Odd. So you do events?
Yeah, for sure.
Full time?
2K does events.
Okay.
So it's like a group of people.
Yeah, so I will say the event space is changing, and success is being a disruptor. Yeah. And so I do hope that you have some plans to do something that changes the game.
For sure.
Because we've been in this hamster wheel for too long.
Yeah.
And so, every now and then something changes, like daytime parties are newer, or brunch parties are newer, or sipping paint. That's a newer concept. And those
she got one coming up.
Yeah, and that's what we need. We need more of that.
For sure.
But I do think that the way that the game is set up right now is not going to sustain itself. I think that eventually the idea of let me just say this, right? I'm a DJ, first of all, right? So I feel like I'm qualified, and I've been DJing for 28 years now. I feel like I'm qualified to get to talk real shit on this world. Nightlife is not healthy. Straight up. We just was talking about before the podcast how many friends we've lost. Not to violence. We didn't even get to the violence. We just talking about healthy. Yeah. We lost Big Will. Y'all remember Big Will? Yeah. We lost
Marlon.
We lost Steely the other day.
Steely. Marky D.
Prince Marky D. All to late night eating, drinking, smoking, not sleeping well. And so, of course, I implore you to take care of yourself. But, you know, what I realize is that this is happening much more now than I think it was before. I don't know why. Maybe it was happening a lot before, and I just ain't. But now I'm seeing it a lot, and I'm like, oh, wow, another person gone. Then, we go into actual violence. TJ that used to work at what is now called the office, what was called Colonel's.
Yeah, I was there.
I mean, we can go on and on about. I was there too. I was in the parking lot. I pulled out, right?
Yeah.
Everything that we've seen, it doesn't. As much good times as we've had, those times are horrible. We've lost real people, and then we go one step further and we begin to talk about sexual harassment. It's the only place really that men are allowed to sexually harass women without any recourse, and that's fucked up. It's a dumbass situation where a man would not feel comfortable grabbing a girl's ass in any other setting. This is the only setting where a man says, I'm gonna do it, and then when she turns around, he says, bitch, what? We have to really we have to really figure out
that in the workspace.
No, we have to figure out. No, I don't know, man, because at the workspace he can get fired. At the club, the bouncer's supposed to kick him out.
Nah, he could die too now.
Now hold up.
Touch the wrong
the chances of that are just slim.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna be straight up with you. Unless she's my sister, and I want to say, man, my sister wouldn't be there in the first place.
Me too, bro.
Because I already know what's happening. So then I would say, yeah, there's nothing. If I know her and a dude grab her ass, that's her problem.
Yeah.
I ain't finna die for that.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So most of the time, women gotta take it on the chin, and they mad, they yell, they scream, but ain't no man doing shit for them, and that includes the bouncers. Even the bouncers go, man, I ain't finna get punched in the face. You know what I'm saying? So we have an environment that just says get stupid, ignorant, and I am really over it. And I say that to say I would love for the young brothers and other promoters out there watching, and anybody, man, think of what you could do that's healthy. I do a party in Miami every Saturday called The Shrine, and it's strictly Afrobeats. And
Where? Where's that?
The Shrine Beat party at Red Rooster.
Oh, Red Rooster.
Upstairs, yeah.
Jeannie worked there.
Yeah,
she knows
Jeannie worked there, right. Beautiful Jeannie, shout out to Jeannie.
She's supposed to be on the show, man.
Yeah, so Jeannie will tell you about it, man. We have the one night, man, ain't nothing gonna go wrong. And that's because the music is literally
It's a vibe.
positive. We don't have a single song play. I don't know what the fuck that y'all was playing when I got in here. Right? That to me is music I'll stay the fuck away from. I was finna tell y'all, man, hey, if we finna go with this vibration.
Yeah, hey, I said Afrobeats, right? You remember what I said? I said, play
he
that
said
Afrobeats.
change the shit to Afrobeat. He did.
Yeah.
That low vibration shit, and we got the women in here bopping to it. I'm gonna tell you something, man. It's poison, and we just loving it. We just like, let me drink this poison.
Bro, I love Future though, bro.
Where the real
God
niggas-
damn.
I do
G.
too.
Where was the real niggas, Lala? Where was the real niggas last night? Where was
Hey, yes, at the most unignorant concert ever.
We was at the
at Blast.
unignorant Blast concert.
Yeah, and Blast
all
is dope.
relationship.
And he's
Yeah.
dope, bro. I cannot wait for him
People
to like
singing their
get
hearts
the
out,
credit
man.
that he needs.
Right.
Honestly, I don't know why. I feel like he should have been in the whole Jack Harlow's position right now.
Right. So here's the thing.
We just
right?
know we're not gonna talk
Listen
about
to
it.
what Jack
Harlow
Harlow's
falling
singing
off
about,
though.
and Jack Harlow white.
Yeah.
But listen
Yeah,
to what
you
Jack
know,
Harlow's
we're not gonna talk about
singing
it.
It's hard to compare.
Yeah.
But like we can compare to like a Brent Fires.
He fire.
Motherfuckers love him.
He is talking a lot of ignorance.
And here's the
though.
thing.
Is he?
His
Some
music,
not like hard,
yo,
not like
his
not
music
ignorant, but he does
is
say some
toxic.
shit. He does say some
calls
things.
himself the Toxic King. His music is ignorant.
If you really hear what he's saying.
And if you really check what he's saying,
Sometimes.
if you really, oh God, I remember. Y'all heard his new album though?
Yeah.
Okay, he has a skit in one of the songs where he says that he wanted to beat up his girl, right?
Oh wow.
Now, mind you, saying that you want to beat up your girl is relatable. We could possibly all say we had a girl take us to the point. Hold up now. Where we say, man, this bitch, she got me so goddamn angry. I ain't never hit a girl. But I ain't never gonna say I ain't never thought about it. I ain't never say a woman ain't never provoked me to the point. Yo, I'm telling you, man. Like I got two sisters. They'll test you, boy.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying. And the streets will test you. Them chicks out there will test you too, man. They'll do some shit just to see if you are gonna do something. So I'm not saying that a man has not thought like, man, drag. But he's actually putting it on a record now to be relatable. I understand that. Yeah. But what happens is you realize the bar gets pushed every song.
Yeah.
At some point, you realize,
Yeah,
man, we talking
it's called
about crazy
influence.
shit.
Being allowed.
We got so far from love that now we've normalized absolute insanity.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I love his music, but I cannot say this is what we should put as our icon. We got to get it out the system, actually.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but
I think it made
it's
it
art,
okay
though,
for songs
you know?
like Division. And
there's
if you listen to
something
Division
wrong
song that came out, it made songs like that to be okay.
right.
He says,
Some people, mind you, meaning 14-year-olds. Now, we got to understand
Majority
music
don't.
and movies and TV are consumed by jits.
Yeah.
We don't actually watch or listen that much. We're working on things.
Yeah.
The real people who go, man, if he say he got to join the Crips, that's what he got to do to get ahead because he got it out of the mud. Man, I wish somebody would start some shit around my neighborhood so I could join it. That's the impressionable people. What we got to do is we got to say, hey, Snoop, shut the fuck up. You a 70-year-old goddamn Crip. At some point, you supposed to go, hey, y'all don't do this.
yeah.
Don't go Super Bowl it. You supposed to say, no, y'all don't do this. Don't do what I did. Be better than me. Be greater than me. But he understands his money comes from the 14-year-olds. His money comes from the low frequency, the low vibration.
Yeah.
So he continues to hustle that shit for his personal benefit. And I say, man, nobody's going to say anything. I'm here saying it, but I bet you I can't find another 1,000 people to say it with me. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
think you can. It's just the
maybe,
you gotta
right?
start
I got to tap
here.
into
You gotta-
that.
this is where
So
you
here we
start
go. I
from.
tapped
Speaking
in
it
now
out
since
loud.
somebody said it to me. We got to stop allowing
Amen.
and promoting. As soon as we see something stupid, the loudness of us going, no to gangs. No. You show them boys you joined a investment team. Be that. Dance and be like, ooh, investment team. What we doing? We buying a plaza, bitch. Investment team. It got to be like
That's
that.
what Nipsey was doing.
Right.
Facts.
So you look at Nipsey and you go, system said, man, we got to get this
Exactly.
fuck out of here.
So they released
So what I'm
somebody,
saying to
you
you
know what
is,
I'm saying?
though, as soon as everybody wake up, we're going to lose a lot. A lot of them going to get cut down. But we got too many soldiers standing up. We're going to be able to be all right. We just got to understand that this shit, man, it goes deeper than just what we see it. And again, I don't really want to talk about the women rappers.
Oh, yeah.
That's
but
another topic.
they have
Ooh, this dude.
really put women in a place where they have no clue that these women are lying.
They
on
married
record.
happy.
They're capping.
Yeah.
They up there talking dumb shit. Of course, we all know that I don't cook, I don't clean, and then Cardi B shows videos of her cleaning and cooking.
Yep.
Like that's just one of many things. You know, when these girls are talking about being on their thought shit or fuck nigga free, it's like that's not really. They just understand the money in that shit.
Exactly.
And I, as a man, I say, well, that's on y'all. The women got to step up and be like, no, man, we not doing no thought music anymore.
Even see,
Ignorance is bliss.
Y'all
Or
seen
at
the
least
clip?
balance. At least some balance.
I seen the clip where Cardi B literally ran to turn her own song off because her daughter was in the room. That's literally showing y'all, hey.
But that's like Madonna never let her kids watch MTV TV at all.
Exactly.
man.
That's what I'm saying
That's
to
why
you
you
is
said balance,
the people
though.
making money from it know
They know
Yeah,
it's
they
not
know
good.
it's fuck shit.
bad. And they are, I'm going to make this fucking money. I don't give a shit. Y'all figure it out.
That's kind of like Beyonce's album now, especially the song Church Girl. She's getting a lot of heat from.
And it's
'cause
like
kinda really
thought shit, done shit, thought shit. It's very contradictory.
She's like saying how
so
Church
funny.
Girl
I listened to that
turns,
song
you know,
today. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with somebody that would say that's contradictory, and
It's really
I do
contradictory,
expect better from
from
Beyonce.
Beyonce.
I do expect Beyonce to be the one
She
person
trying
to
to
say.
keep up too.
Yeah,
So-
so that's what
I feel
the pastor
like
said.
that's the main problem. The people that's
Yeah.
in the line to be the spokesperson
Yeah.
to make actual change. It's
Some
not
of them
doing
don't
shit.
feel like that's
we
their
have these
responsibility.
podcasts and we
Yeah.
have these groups
Hit
and
that
we
on
have
the
these
nose.
chats and we have these Instagrams where it's people that get around and have this conversation and we speak about how we feel, but we don't make the change. I feel like if LeBron, like I'm just using
The
examples,
ones with
the people with the larger platform.
But I
that
can
actually
argue
reach
against
and
you
make more people
because
make a
Jay-Z
change.
said this himself, right? He was like, "It's not my responsibility to change the world." Right?
Hold on.
No, it's not. It's not the world's responsibility. But he said it's not my responsibility to give you. If you're my family and you needed money, he said I wouldn't just give it to you. Right? It's not my responsibility.
I hear what you're saying, right? So we're not talking about on welfare. right? We're not talking about even reparations. We're not talking about I don't work, you give me. What I am talking about is teenage impressionism.
Yeah.
And yes, it is not Jay-Z's direct right to say, man, when I sing about cooking crack, I don't have any obligation to a 14-year-old that goes, I'm gonna cook crack. But I do believe he does. He can say he don't, but I do believe he does. I do believe that when he makes it sound sexy, somebody goes and does it. And as soon as we get that switched, we will see exactly the opposite. As soon as somebody says, man, knowing the stock market, somebody swags that and make that sound sexy, you can be goddamn sure you're going to have a whole generation of kids that's going to crush the stock market. As soon as somebody says I'm coding and make it sound super dope and they use all the young legit words to make it sound fire, you're going to find a whole generation of people coding.
I do believe that. I do believe those people out there exist right now.
Yeah, lady.
Because
no question.
No. Because I remember, I remember growing up, Southwest Miami, typical Jamaican household. I ain't get what I wanted. I got what I needed. So I didn't have the J's. I didn't have, when they was out here buying their first pair of Jordans, I was getting the Feelers. Some Grand Hills, Feelers. This before that, when Avenue was popping.
Grand Hill kind of
But, they was, but, however, yeah. But, those kids that was making fun of me in school, bro, they never left the block.
Yeah.
So when my mom was not buying me Jordans, you know where I was for 3 months out of the year? I was in Jamaica. I was going to Disney World. I was experienced. I was traveling. My mom made sure, and that's why you see I love, and I grew up loving. I love culture. You know what I'm saying? I've been fortunate enough to choose a career, a path where I can get paid to learn a culture. I can go to Bahamas and learn Bahamas. So when I get on that mic, I know how to connect with Bahamas.
Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Here go a good idea for this podcast. I'm gonna blow y'all shit up. Y'all finna take it to a next level because I ain't got time to do it. Hey, one of y'all go out in the street. One of y'all go to the design district. Go out there. Pull up on people with a microphone. Black people. And say, hey, what you wearing? What you wearing? What you wearing? What you wearing? Let me see what you got on. What you got on? Right? Let them run it down. Oh, it ain't none of little Givenchy on the top. You know what I'm saying? Like, blah, blah, blah. Let them run it down and then say, hey, what black brand you got on? Or even start the question like that. Hey, I'm just looking at your fit, man. I'm just trying to figure out what black brand do y'all have on? I bet you that shit go viral. I ain't got time to do it. But when y'all go out there and go do it, I bet you'll be amazed at how many people will share and repost. You literally making people look at themselves and like, damn, I done spelled about.
I'm gonna argue against you because I'm in that world of fashion, and if you go to the design district, I've walked by myself because I shop there too, and there's a lot of black brands in there. Low key, they next to Gucci, but people walk by it and go to Gucci, or they go to Fendi or Givenchy. But they don't see the little brand right here.
It's there. So then the end of it is when they go, damn, I don't have nothing black. You go, hey, look, right here.
Right.
This store right here sells all of that.
But I feel like you have this thing against where the younger generation is majority not doing what you're saying. But I feel like they are. I feel like a lot of black brands are so popping right now.
I'm not talking about what's actually happening. I'm talking about going viral. I'm talking about just doing something funny. Make people analyze themselves.
But the way you said it was I think people are wearing black brands though.
No, we're not. We're not. I mean, to be honest with you, we're probably.
I am.
We're probably way. If you think about, hold up. Dog, I don't know if you're a jit, but do you remember Cross Colors?
Yeah.
Pull up a Tupac picture. We ain't doing nothing like they was doing.
Yeah.
And I ain't even gonna talk about Fubu.
Oh, Carl Kani.
Carl Kanai. Bro, you want to talk about, we're doing that now? No, we are not.
Yeah, we not.
We
Not on that level.
Dog, you can look at any old Yo MTV raps, any BET from the 90s. God damn. Shout out to my boys from DC. Anybody from DC out there. You remember designers like Madness, Hobo, DDTP.
Yeah.
All
Hobo.
black designers that the city
Was repping.
you was from Northeast, Southeast, you repped. You did not wear no other brand. You repped this neighborhood where it's Madness. You gonna see 1,000 million niggas in that shit wearing Madness. Fully. You remember Moschine?
Yeah.
That shit where they they take the paint and they on the shirt. Y'all remember how many rappers was wearing that?
Yeah.
We got out of that and
What we had, Dickie.
Jay-Z, you could blame other people.
What we had, Dickie suit.
Now you'll
Closest
see
thing.
people wearing a piece and they'll match it with a Givenchy. They'll wear one piece that's blah, blah, blah. But for the most part, I bet you if you was to name right now 5, if you could name 5 black designers, I bet you not everybody in here would know.
I can't.
Now, again, I just said cross color, FUBU, Carl Kanai.
I got
I
some.
said,
Hold up. Listen.
Here we go.
Cross color, FUBU, Carl Kanai. And I bet you don't everybody in here know them.
I know.
I know.
Now imagine that. These are 3 brands
They hits,
that
though.
you ain't got to do nothing but look at Biggie Smalls, look at Tupac, look
Biggie was
at
wearing
anybody
that.
that you consider an icon. And you'll see them with the cross colors patch, the Carl Kanai. Exactly. But also, there's no excuse. You should know the black brands. We can't
They
just
don't
be
remember
like,
Pure Platinum.
I don't know.
Y'all know Pure
If you know
Platinum?
FUBU, then at least you know one, yeah. But if you really are interested,
And Nietzsche?
maybe that's the question.
See, I know,
Iniche.
I know the 2000s.
Oh,
Yeah, and Nietzsche's 2000.
Oh, Academics.
Echo Unlimited, yeah.
Yeah.
Academics.
I think
Evisu.
what it is,
That's my
though,
era.
LRG's the early
2000s.
2000s.
Yeah,
What it
2000.
is the black community.
Champion.
The black community needs that artist. If you
We had
remember,
him.
No,
if you remember,
no,
hold on,
but
hold on,
she's
hear me
right.
out.
Virgil.
The black
She's
community,
right.
I mean, and personally, I'm actually striving to be that artist. Just saying, if there's anyone else out there that's saying they are, please continue because I think we need more of us. I think, and I'm not a big brand person personally, as you can see, or when you see me dressed out,
Hey,
I'm not
man,
a big
you wearing
brand person.
designer
I never
out the
have been.
box
I
right
don't
there.
agree with
Relax.
spending my money. You know what I'm saying? However, there is a lot of places out there that I will say has very valuable clothes. Like Enzo is a sneaker.
Of course.
He's a boy.
Shout
who
out
makes,
to Enzo.
Yeah, who makes cheap sneakers, but they're almost damn near the same. Affordable, affordable sneakers. But what he makes them of, you'd be surprised.
Right.
So it's I don't remember.
Yeah, don't.
But it. I know, me too.
Alright, y'all
But
look
it's
up
a word.
Enzo.
But Enzo, if you look at his sneakers, they're amazing.
And shout out to Side
And
Collective.
what it is
too.
though is I think what we need is
Sia
an artist that is willing to be that face.
I
An
absolutely
artist
agree.
that's willing to not get franchised by these expensive people.
Absolutely
That's willing
agree.
to go through the nitty gritty because you're not gonna get the money.
Y'all ain't gonna
that
like
you would
it.
before.
And
Y'all ain't gonna like
the
it, but that's
crowd-
Kanye.
The crowd is gonna be
Yeah.
like, why you not wearing
Why
Gucci?
you not wearing
Yeah.
Gucci? Why you da da da?
Exactly. Who gonna
A
go
person
through that
who's
fire?
Gonna go through that fire. who's
I ain't
gonna
gonna lie,
be like,
any-
"But I look better than you though."
Any
You know what I'm
any
saying?
Caribbean event I go to, if you go through rum and bass pictures, I'm wearing Kuya, I'm wearing Rocket Clothing Line, I'm wearing a Kill, like all black brand. 'Cause I know people are coming to take pictures. Like even this
Right.
past weekend at the Food and Wine Festival,
Right.
I made sure I had on black clothing on purpose because they're gonna. There's like I'm getting tagged to over.
From the little vendors.
Yeah, and I do buy from vendors, but I'm just saying I made sure because I know a lot of people gonna be filming me, recording me, interviewing me, asking me for pictures, and I made sure.
And let me say
And you
this.
got that on, and now that's your cross colors. That full
Yeah, like, but I have to make
And
sure.
let me,
Yeah.
and let me say this to really bring it all the way around, especially for anybody who might not remember the moment. We're not talking about wearing black designers, right? We're talking about there was a moment where there was a conscious, unified thought to say we will not wear white designers. That's what I'm talking about. When you look at Tupac, when you look at Biggie, when you look at Cross Colors, when you look at all of these things, there was a moment. Yes, Biggie went on later on to be like Coogee dress, Versace this, but there was a moment where everybody was like, man, if it ain't black. Queen Latifah, that moment,
Oh yeah.
shout out to Dapper Dan, right?
Yeah.
Dapper Dan ends up going, I'm gonna just do it on my own. Now he's smart. He takes the
other
leather from
brands,
the luxury
yeah.
brand, you know what I'm saying, and cuts it and sews it the way that we want to wear it. But at the end of the day, we had a moment where it was like, yeah, we rocking our black brands, and everybody was like, man, don't let me see you out there with that goddamn Tommy Hilfiger, because
That was my
that's my age.
Yeah, we 30. Yeah, 30.
Yeah, I remember there was a time. All right, look at this DKNY Tech. I remember there was a time Well,
Hey.
I had lived in New York for a little while.
My mom loved DKNY.
Right.
so-
Okay. So boom, I moved to New York in '99. Right, and I go to prison.
Oh, I could tell.
I go to prison that winter.
God damn.
No, I go to prison that summer.
Rough Rider.
Right, and no, that time, right. But I remember when I came out, you couldn't wear that on the train. You get slashed. That kind of DK. There was a DKNY reflect because it was reflective. There was something about reflective. It was brand new.
Yeah.
And everybody was like,
That
man.
that M3.
And I just remember that M3. I remember there was a DKNY bubble.
Yeah.
Goose down. Bro, that shit was a problem. And if you wore the DKNY full reflective bubble goose, you was getting, your clout had to be high or you was getting slashed on the train. And I just remember saying to myself like, oh shit, the game done changed. Everybody is doing, killing each other for these brands now. We went from black brands only to I'ma kill you for Jordans. I'ma kill you for these things. And I was like, damn, bro, I don't know how we got here. Like, how did we get here where these brands is just cloth, just like anything else? And then we began to shun people that wore FUBU. You was whack if you wore FUBU.
Yeah.
And we killed our home brand. Yeah. So again, we don't have nothing but cameras and microphones. So I don't mind talking about love, y'all. We talk about love and the fuck, but I don't give a fuck about that shit. We got to talk about real shit that matters because this is a moment. We have this opportunity, and so we don't want to waste it. And I do think that, again, I got to go back to communication is the solution. We got to get better communication, and we can make anything and everything happen. So as he says, he's into fashion. I can't wait for him to show me something that he designs and then allows it to go on sale so that I can support it. If it ain't whack.
Couple pieces.
Nah, it
If
ain't
it's
whack,
whack, I don't
man.
fuck with it. But
I don't talk about my stuff.
No, but Gary, I always tell you like, damn, Gary, I wish I could wear that. I tell he got the drip. I be like, damn, I wish I could wear. Like 2 weeks ago, I told you that. I was like, damn, bro.
How impactful that DKNY sweater is. That shit was, I mean, maybe only New York. I happened to be in New York at the time. And that shit was the fire. You had to run down the block and get away from these niggas because they gonna take my shit. You know what I'm saying? And, I was living in Canarsie at the time, so, that shit started to be like blue everywhere. And, if you get a little red stripe there, you might not want to do it. But, at the same time, Iceberg was getting popular as fuck.
Oh my
too.
God, shit was expensive.
Iceberg was $500 a sweater.
Hell yeah,
Fuck
shit,
around. If you didn't have
yeah.
$500 in the 90s,
That's like 1,000 now.
that's
Yeah,
the Looney
Looney
Tunes,
Tunes, all
big
that
ass
shit.
Bugs
I used to
Bunny.
watch New York Undercover.
Yeah.
I did, but I don't really fuck with New Yorkers like that, so I couldn't watch it too
I
much.
watched it because of the fashion. Like, the shit they were wearing. You know what I'm saying?
you was-
Got you. Yes.
So, like, down here, being from South Florida, shit, I always wanted a fucking bubble coat. It was like
Yeah.
a bubble jacket.
Yeah.
Just so I could feel like a
some
youngster.
Timbs.
Yeah.
Real talk.
Yeah.
I used to want to, have my shoulders
Yo,
up.
shorty.
I just want to.
Yo, I'm finessing.
Something about a bubble jacket, bro.
But the bubble jacket with this hanging a little bit
Yeah, with the hoodie on it.
Yeah, you off the shoulders
You got
with
it.
it?
You feel me?
You gotta have your shoulders up.
Yo,
bro.
no, like that,
Good. You're not even from New
Yeah, it
York.
look like you politicking every time you wear one.
No, it's good.
That's so funny. But yeah, man, I remember when we were at our worst, and I don't think we're doing anything worse now. I think we've had really bad moments. I look back at the 80s with crack, and I go, man, we were at our worst. What I am saying is we have better days ahead of us. This generation, in my
sure.
opinion, is going to be the last of, let's just call it niggerism. You know what I'm saying? Just living absolutely ignorant. I think this is going to be the last generation. I
And you
think the
wanna know why?
generation below this is going to say, man, that was stupid and there's no money in that. So why would I do that? Like crime.
Yeah.
There's no money in it anymore. When I was coming up, crime had a lot of money in it.
Unless you scam.
Yeah.
I even think scamming now, you're fighting against smarter people.
Yeah.
So the scamming, every time you do something, I remember the magazine called East Bay. And you get little sneakers out of it. I don't know if y'all remember that.
No,
That was the
of
first
course.
smell.
Yeah,
Yeah, man, you get.
I'll tell you.
My name.
Now we done turned this show into an old head show, but let me tell you something. I
Boomer
remember,
talk. Boomer talk.
They looked at each other like, yeah.
but also, hold on, but also,
Your boyfriend's
anybody,
older friends,
anybody that been outside, if you don't know East Bay, you can still relate to the story. You ain't got to know East Bay to relate to just being outside and knowing shit go left and right. I remember we used to have the East Bay magazine, and this is when credit cards was brand new, and all you had to do was just get the number. It didn't matter. Nobody. There was still no checks. We running up East Bay, boy. Send it to a bando. Shit show up.
Oh, yeah, we used
we
to do
standing
that.
outside. We collect
Yeah.
it, and we got Charles Barkley's for the whole hood. But what I am saying is, you end up realizing the shit dry up quick. So even the scammers, they get a little run, they get a little sprint, but it dry up. So what I am saying is, when you watch these programs, I don't want to name them because they don't deserve it. You see people robbing people, right?
Yeah.
Cameras are fucking everywhere. You gotta be a dickhead to decide to go rob somebody at this time. You ain't gonna take no books. You ain't doing shit. You ain't breaking no cars and not getting caught. And that's with a mask, with a hoodie on. Nigga, they caught your eyes like a raccoon.
Yeah.
Just do, and they got your name and everything. And they got enough cameras to just follow you home. So, you know, when you look at what I just said and you realize no one has told these jits, dog, y'all went and killed XXX thinking that there was no cameras nowhere?
Nowhere.
Are y'all
I mean,
stupid? Are y'all dumb?
That whole took a little too long.
Like, you gotta literally say to themselves, like, y'all, okay, young warrior. Point you to something that you could go fight and everybody benefits. You benefit, everybody benefits, and there's no loss of life. These just don't know that. They still go pull up on somebody and so
That's
absolute
where they
idiocy,
operate.
right? Because if I know that's a camera right there, and I cover my nose in my hoodie, and I've watched enough other of my niggas in my neighborhood get caught doing the same thing, I'm just stupid.
Yeah.
And again, you gotta cut.
There,
Hey, let's not
there's
say that.
mandatory cameras in the front pointing towards the street on every business.
Mandatory.
I went outside. Oh, they got this nigga. Cause
Where you gonna run to? Where you gonna drive
You
to?
have to, because even if they say you think they don't got lights by the stadium, bro?
And
The stadium?
And if you duck off in one of the little Carroll City side streets, people got cameras in front of their house. They gonna tap on doors. They gonna ask everybody, hey, I see you got that, what's it called? We gotta think about how we communicate to these jits to let them know them days are done, guys. It's done. Give it up. You're not going to win doing crime. And that go for the Juetas. I know you're gonna do it forever. Why? Because it dry up. You gotta constantly switch. You gotta constantly
Up
be
and
on it.
down, man.
And it's gonna switch. And so, you know what I'm saying, you make a wrong move and salah. You out of there. Salah. You out of there, bro. Do shit, tap in. Be a person that uses your great personality, your fashion sense, your ability on a computer to do something that won't put you shit the right way. I ain't saying don't do shit on the side or whatever, like, you know what I'm saying, but doing stuff that don't put your life or your family's life. Remember, when you get fucked up, you jam your whole family up.
Facts.
That's a fact.
It's not worth it no more. Ain't nothing. Name a crime that's worth it. I can tell you right now. Scamming, it's just not worth it. There's no crime worth it right now. And everybody know it.
Jail ain't it.
You're gonna jam your whole family up.
It's not fun.
You're gonna be generationally jamming the whole family up. So
And we're gonna wrap this up, man. Follow us on Revive TV, Out the Box Podcast. Thank you, everybody. Walshy, once again, follow my Instagram.
Thank you,
Walshy,
Walshy.
Lala, Desi,
Lockhart.
Skinny.
and Skinny OG. Some See the Live. We'll be back next week, Thursday. Out.